All right, so Israel, I hope that each and every last one of you have learned something because I've.
My bad, y'all. I'm going to get better at this stuff. I'll get better at it. Shalom, 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 saints of the Most High Yah. This is your pastor, Elder Brother Rufus here, coming to you from the servants of Yah. Hallelujah, with another video. I believe the title of this video is going to be called, This Didn't Age Well. This didn't age well. And what we got here, saints of the Most High that actually care, all right? Some of you don't care. And I know that in this world of social media and voicing your thoughts and your opinions and all this free speech and everything, you think your opinion actually matters. And so that's why you voice it all the time. But, you know, you're not the purpose or the reason why we're motivated to do what we do. First off, we're inspired by the Most High Yah to continue to keep sharing this truth and exposing the lies. Now, judgment, that's totally up to the Most High Yah. Vengeance, it's his. It's what he says, and I 100% believe him. But we have a responsibility that when evil and debauchery and manipulation and lies and hypocrisy and things of this magnitude have affected hundreds upon thousands of people, you have a responsibility to bring that forward if you know the truth in these things. You really have a responsibility to do that. Some don't care. Some is in the entertainment world where they just want to be entertained. I get it. I mean, it's the culture that you're growing up in, that you are assimilating to. I get it. But over here, we don't have time for stuff like that. So people get upset when they see their comment has been deleted or pushed away or blocked, or because if it is not helping the cause at hand, which is expose this evil, expose this hypocrisy, expose all these lies so that others that are being affected by it can get free. If you're not helping in that, you have no place on my channel. Now, others will sit there and go back and forth and do what I call feed the trolls. I have zero desire to feed trolls. Zero. You know, I got a big enough family. I got all of Israel. I got enough mouths to feed. I'm not trying to feed trolls. I'm not trying to feed people that want to hide behind avatars and voiceovers and all this stuff. I mean, I'm Pastor Rufus to some of you. I'm Elder Rufus to some of you. I'm Brother Rufus to some of you. I'm just Rufus to some of y'all. Some of you trolls, I'm Doofus to. At the end of the day, I still have a responsibility to take care of the people of Yah. All right? And this situation that went down over 2 years ago was a major atrocity that took place in Israel. Now, some of you say, well, you're not even Israel. That's fine. That's your opinion. We'll let Yah decide that, okay? But these videos exposing the lies and the hypocrisy and the manipulation and the oppression and the fear tactics are very vital to get people free. See, we get reports literally monthly, weekly, and sometimes daily of people's minds getting free, people's understanding being open, and the vexation jumping off of them. See, we're all about restoring Israel to a good place, to a place where they can be free. First off, mentally, and not have to be manipulated and mind raped by snakes and devils. All right? So that's the motivation. For some of you, it don't matter. And again, you'll give your opinion, but it'll be up there for a few seconds. If you're not contributing or adding to the assistance and help of the people that need it, you don't have a spot here on this channel. That's my 2 minutes, all right, on that. Now, as y'all can see, I told you I think the beginning of the name of this video is going to be called This Didn't Age Well. And what I've done is I pulled back an oldie, but a goodie, right? You can see here on the screen, this is a video that I'm not even gonna say, I was gonna say it a certain way, I ain't even gonna say it that way. Y'all see who it is. And the date on this video, did it even come up? I gotta try that here. Yeah, May 14th, 2024. So this is definitely about 2 years ago. Okay? This is about 2 years ago. And everybody knows that this event took place in, people heard things in February, March, April. This is 2 years removed. What I want to do is react to this 18-minute video for you. And with all of the, I'll call it new, but it's not new. But all of the new revelations and the new truth that are being put forth recently from those that have left that were eyewitnesses to these things. Let's see what all the truth and the revelation that's been revealed. Let's see how these words stack up now compared to how people received them back then 2 years ago when they didn't know all these truths. I did. I was trying to tell people. Elder Brent was trying to tell people. There were a few people out there trying to tell you. But I get it. You couldn't see it. And you had such a high regard for this man you see here on the screen that in your eyes, a lot of your eyes, it made sense. Well, now that truth has been revealed to a greater level, let's see how these things sound today. Let's see if we hear truth coming from this man's mouth, which we already know the answer to that, or we're going to hear lies, manipulation, and hypocrisy come from his mouth. I'm not going to try to make this a 2-3 hour video. I'm not. I hope I don't. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying I hope I don't. I really want to run through this, and I want you guys to be the judge, because with all the information that Brother Jordan's been putting out there, Warsheep has put out there, Elder Becker recently, Brother Rich recently, Brother Brett Kiefer recently, all these people that see lived on the land. There's a difference when you are an eyewitness to these things. I could have that truth. But if I wasn't in those conversations, if that information and that energy wasn't given to me, it won't have the same now that these people are speaking, because the Most High has opened up their eyes and removed them from this wicked, unincorporated 501c3 organization. Now I think others that have been vexed and been jacked up from this situation and have had relationships destroyed, and marriages and children and spouses leave, and all of this crazy stuff that have taken place, all because of one man's anger, all because of one man's offense. And that's this man you see right here on the screen, him. All because of his offense. Now, he wants to portray it that it's my offense, that I attacked him. Well, we kind of know the truth on, well, not kind of, we really know the truth on that now. After hearing people like Elder Becker and Brother Brett Kiefer speak, we really know the truth of who's been lying behind the scenes, where the true sabotage came from. Not me and coercing other elders into believing me. No, it was him the whole time, speaking freely to these people behind the scenes. And the fear kicked in and the oppression kicked in, so they never shared it with me. Some were brave enough, like Elder, without telling me, tried to prepare me. Elder Becker, I'm talking about now. Without him all out telling me, he was trying to prepare me. And guess what? I got proof of that as well. Now, it's not going to be in this video. We'll wait to see if these devil dogs that are serving this so-called king here, the king of straightway, right? We'll see if they want to respond. And if they do, then we'll start putting out even more receipts when they try to lie and cover up more things. Why? People say, why does it matter? It doesn't matter. Move on, move on. It don't matter to you. But see, I still feel the oppression. I still feel the fear that a lot of my brothers and sisters are under. I do. And some may have the level of faith to leap out. Some may need more. You understand what I'm saying? So as long as the Most High is inspiring me to do these videos, I'm going to do them. When he tells me not to, I don't. It's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. But this video was called, hopefully, my final answer to Rufus. Now, this was a couple months after, right? It all got going. And he was hoping this was going to be his final answer. But if you listen close in this video, he's going to admit to you that he had no intentions of ever stopping making videos about me. Because he talks about it in this video, how he's going to go to his private channel and say what he wants to say. Well, that's still putting it out there in the atmosphere, talking about me, and that information was still getting to me. So that's why 2 years later, we're still doing this. There's still zero repentance. There's still zero admittance to anything. He's done nothing wrong. He's still a victim. He's still been unlawfully and wrongfully attacked by me. This is what he's still pushing out here to the people. And he's still begging the people around him not to listen to us. Now, he'll tell them every now and then, yeah, go over and listen to him. Let's see how your spirit get. And then see what happens when you listen to me. He knows that the people he's talked to on his paid platform, they're not finna come over here. They're paying him to be deceived. And I do appreciate one of my brothers correcting me. He said, I'm calling them paid puppets. No, they're not getting paid. They're paying puppets because they're paying him on Patreon to listen to be deceived, to listen to be lied to encourage him in his hypocrisy instead of just repenting. That would have been the easiest thing to do, the best thing to do, the righteous thing, the holy thing to do, instead of putting on this facade like Brother Jordan been showing y'all. It's a facade. The man is never dirty. His hands are never dirty. You never see this man working. But he wants to talk about me and my work. I really want these videos to get to certain folk and help them wake up. And see, another thing that y'all don't understand, he's constantly trying to recruit people in, recruit suckers in, recruit people that want a higher level of a relationship with the Father. And he wants to bamboozle them and trick them. And once he gets a hold of their money, he's not going to care. Once he gets to control them, he's not going to care. See, there was a time when he could control the algorithms of the internet, of the YouTube and all of that. Back in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He can't control it now. You put his name in anywhere, you're going to see a boatload of videos come up, and more of them will be negative than they will be of his lying. Because I can't say positive, because there really ain't much positive about what he's doing. Even the things that he does good, he does it in unrighteousness, y'all. Why? Because it's just to manipulate the people. Oh, that looks good. You build a house. That looks good. The gardens. That looks good. Self-sufficiency. It's just to get you in and get you to commit your money to them. And shout out to Brother Daniel. Brother Daniel Campbell, he's been putting out some incredible, I hope I said your last name right. I promise. I apologize if I didn't. But he's been putting out some incredible videos. If you go over to my, they don't call it community no more. What do they call it, y'all? Y'all know that other, it used to be called a community channel on your YouTube. I got a lot of his videos uploaded over there. He just uploaded another one. What I'll try to do is get a link to his videos in the description of this. I'll see if I can figure that out and get somebody, because I'm not the greatest when it comes to this technology stuff. But I'm going to put some links in there to some of his videos if I can, because you really need to see the things that he's breaking down, showing you the atrocity and the blatant disrespect and dishonor for the Most High that this man has done in this whole entire process, has totally poo-pooed on the ecclesiastical process with no respect, no regard, no fear of Yah at all. Let me get into this. I talked long enough. I want y'all to hear this. I'm going to try to let it run as much as I can. Y'all know I have to stop at certain times, though, to explain stuff. But this is an 18-minute video. We're going to react to this video 2 years later. Let's see what was being said then compared to the truth being revealed now. All right, let's go.
Just got finished this early morning listening to a video from Rufus saying he wants conditions of peace. Now, let me run this thing back real quick and put it on order because I'm actually glad that he's come to that conclusion. Because in case people get amnesia, in case they forget, Rufus is the one who went to 3 elders, slandered and accused and defamed my name. 3 men that was in Israel, supposed to be men of renown. Does sound like the story, don't it?
Well, I got to stop it already because y'all already see the lies and the manipulation started already. At this time, Dial has been able to hide all this behind the scenes stuff that he was doing. And the 3 elders he's speaking about, none of them are part of his ministry anymore. He's talking about Elder Mitchell in Kentucky. He's talking about Elder Brent in Tennessee. And he's talking about Elder Becker, who lived there on the land with him. I didn't have to go spit in their ears. They knew what was going on. They did. They knew what was going on. And there was no coup against Dow. What it was me acknowledging this is what this man is doing. Do y'all see it? And they did. Now the fear kicked in and, certain things took place and didn't happen the way it should. But now the truth is coming out. There'll be a day where Elder Mitchell speaks, y'all. I know you've heard Elder Brent. I know you've heard Elder Becker now. There'll be a day where Elder Mitchell speak. He'll speak his truth. And you'll see the whole time this is part of the lies that he's been telling. And remember, this was 2 years ago, like a month or 2 after this stuff all went down. He's still trying to persuade people to believe that I wanted to be him and I had a jealousy against him and I was trying to take over his ministry. Listen to this now. After you see, most of y'all have listened to Elder Becker's videos. You listen to Brother Jordan's videos. You've listened to seen the comments and things that Brother Brett Kiefer has said. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have seen all this stuff. So y'all know what the truth really is. So imagine this truth you got in your mind now, and then listen what this man was trying to say 2 years ago. Let's go.
He comes up in front of the ecclesiastical council accusing me of all this stuff and of having a spirit which nobody still knows the name of this spirit. No, the spirit doesn't have any face or nothing. I'm going to say it again.
It's the same spirit that King Saul had. You're very prideful, Dow. You're very arrogant. You're very jealous. You're very bitter. You're very petty. You're very vain. So I'll go ahead and put names on this stuff for you again. Since I've done it from the beginning, I'll do it again for you, sir. All of this was because I wouldn't bow to you. All of this was because you got an offense in your heart towards me because I told you, hell no, to redoing some trusses on a home that we built, we paid for. You had no control over none of that. But you mad because I didn't take your weak, foul, ignorant, lack of knowledge suggestion that you made about trusses on my home. That's like me getting mad because I give you a suggestion on the mansion you building for yourself. Like I've given you plenty of suggestions what you should be doing. You don't listen to none of them. That's like me getting offended by it. No. So from that point on, when you realize you couldn't control me, now you want to plot against me? And all these men have revealed it. But you, 2 years ago, you're still trying to lie to the people, tell them that it's me doing it. Let's go.
He is the one that started every single bit of this.
Now, I'm gonna let it roll, y'all. I promise. I promise I'm gonna let it roll some. But this may be someone's first time listening to any of this. You will have to go back and follow these timelines and follow all these other people. It has been 100% proven through videos I've done, Jordan done, Elder Becker's done, comments that's been made, videos by Brother Rich. These are people that lived on that land, y'all. Live with this man. It's been proven with zero doubt, 100% proven that I did not start all this. Dow was the one going behind my back, complaining, griping, and plotting against me, telling the men, telling Daniel Meir and Corey Phillips. He even told Elder Becker. He told Brent Kiefer. He told JC. He told all these people that he was going to get me at the leadership meeting. Months before the leadership meeting, which was in February of 2024. He wants y'all to believe in May of 2024 that this all started because of me. We, loving him, were going through the ecclesiastical process that you see in Matthew 18. I had already called him in December. I went, what the book say? Go to your brother and brother alone. I went to him. He thanked me. But then he came right back and rejected me. So then, when we get up to February, the leadership meeting, now, what the book say? You got to bring people. You got to bring witnesses. That's what we did. He's trying to call that an ambush. He's trying to tell the whole world, I didn't know anything about this. Yes, he did, because he created it and he started it. He just didn't know that the Most High was going to file his ambush against me. This man was planning on trying to destroy me in front of all of the leadership at that meeting. This is why JC was distraught. This is why he went to Elder Becker. Because he knew this was going to cause a major rift in Israel with Dow having an offense at me. And mind you, Dow never once told me about this offense, y'all. Never once called me. Never once said a word about it. He's still lying in this video. I don't know. You're going to hear. I don't know what the hell's going on. He's just coming after me with all these accusations, blah, 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 blah. I just had enough discernment to know what he was doing. And I had to get other elders to see it. But I didn't have to do nothing crazy. Go watch the videos. Go listen to his words. They saw it clearly. But just in case you somebody listening to this for the first time, everything he's going to tell you is a lie. It's been proven he was the one that started all of this. Back when I was building my home and I made a decision. We had a mistake made on some trusses, for your roof. And he got wind of it and he called me and he made it, hey, you need to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, hey, that ain't going to happen. Because what he was suggesting was an ignorant suggestion. Just the dumbest, I can't say that word. The dumbest, ignorantest thing I've ever heard in the concept of building. What he was suggesting to do. But out of respect, I was like, we're not doing that. We're not going to take him down. But worst case scenario, I'll just forego having a square footage up there and just leave it as an attic. Then that solves the problem. That's the worst case scenario. Well, we found the solution, fixed it, and the house is fine. Everybody understand? But you got to listen closer to these things, because if you knew, this is going to sound crazy to you. Especially after knowing the truth now. Let's go.
Then he goes and runs to the court of public opinion to get with immoral, wicked men, sons of Belial like Ringo, and then starts a firestorm on the internet. I've got
more lies.
The email thing where he sent to him and said, call me, get in contact with me. And
I did say that. But guess what? Ringo never called me, never contacted me. The way that me and Ringo communicated on this, Ringo saw this in Dow's video. He saw Dow take this to YouTube first. Not me. He took this to YouTube and he took it to Patreon first. 3 videos before I said anything. And Ringo saw it. And then he sent me a Cash App. And in the message of the Cash App, it said, I see where the devil is in this. I'm on your side. Stay encouraged. Something like that. That's the only communication through all of this me and Ringo have ever had. I don't have his phone number. He don't have mine. I don't even have his private email and all that stuff. I sent that message to Ringo, I want to say through Instagram at the time. And he never responded. And then you had to go find it. But Ringo even brought it up on one of his videos. I saw that he had a message in there for me, but I never even opened it. Ringo said it. See, he thinks me and Ringo just been conversing back and forth. We didn't. Ringo saw what the devil was. He said his piece on the things. He said his stuff he needed to say, and then he been done with it. But this man wants people to believe. This man right here. Yo, I'm going the wrong way. This man right here. He wants people to believe, right, that I went to the world to try to come at him. Nothing can be further from the truth. Let's go.
And then even up until this past week, he's making interviews with people if they got 5 subscribers,
That's true.
10 subscribers, 4 hours, 3 hours. I mean, all kinds of interviews going on every single show. So who's the one that's persistent in this? Now, Israel, remember the wicked flee when no man pursue, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. You see, I taught you all something.
He's trying to get the people to believe I'm fleeing. 2 years later, I'm still right here. I never fled. I never fled because I ain't wicked. You're the one that's been fleeing. Let me tell y'all how he's been fleeing. Myself, War Sheep, Jordan, we've been calling this man out for months upon months on years. This man has avoided for 2 full years, y'all. Even Daniel in his video showing how he desecrated the ecclesiastical process that the Most High put in place. All we've tried to do is get in a room with Dow in front of him and the saints. That's it. For the whole 2 years, we've tried to debate him. We've agreed to pay for the venue. We'll meet anywhere. We'll drop anything we doing. Why? Because Israel's that important to us. The people in Israel are that important to us. This man has run like a chicken and a coward that he is for 2 full years. We still trying to get in rooms with this man. So don't believe this dumb stuff he's saying. He's the coward. He's the chicken. He's the one that's been avoiding all of us with this truth. He will not address it once we put it out there. He'll start making insults and jokes and deflecting to get your mind on some other stuff instead of the things that we're bringing forth. And again, the only way to really truly handle this is put me and Dial in a room with all the saints. That's the only way. And guess what, y'all? I am still, even with all the frivolous court crap he got going on and civil, all that, I'm still 100% down with that, and we'll do it at any time. But I know this chicken right here will never be in a room with me. With the things that's come out of this fool mouth about money, my dead parents and my children and my family, he's afraid. I'm telling you now. He's 100% afraid to be in a room with me. You're going to hear him talk all tough and bad on this. He never made, because you'll go back and look at my videos. I've been trying to get in the room with this man. I've been trying. I ain't been letting him know when I'm in his neck of the woods. Just in case he want to pop up at the bank or pop up at Walmart. Nothing. And every time it gets, guess what he do? Start deflecting. He start acting like Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders to me is one of he's the greatest defensive back of all time in football. You know, defensive backs, they backpedal all the time to play defense. That's what this dog does all the time. He gonna huff and puff because he thinks he's in a good position here. Me coming to them saying conditions of peace was for the saints. I saw what it was doing to the saints. I was trying to silence this lying pig, but I knew it wasn't going to work. But I had to try anyways. Let's go.
That when somebody gets out there and slanders and defames and falsifies your name and stuff, you have every right to earnestly contend for the faith. You have every right to stand up for yourself and tell the truth, the unadulterated, uncompromising truth.
You ain't going to tell the truth.
Now, what's disturbing is, and I will say this, 90% of that story about the truck concerning, and what I said about Brother Vernon, that is 100% true. I did say all that. Watch this, though. What about the other 99% of the stuff that was addressed about the things that you've done and what the saints have said that you didn't even address?
You can go back to the video. I actually did a reaction video to the video he made when he wouldn't allow me to face my accusers. Now, mind you, he manipulated all the brothers and sisters in Georgia. He got in all of their ears, right? I never said a word to the women and children. I only spoke to the men to get them prepared. But when it came time for all of us to come together and discuss this, guess what he did? He uninvited me the straight way and made all of them come up there. And then him and his minions like Daniel Meir and Corey Phillips, all them dudes, they all poisoned their mind. But guess what? I did a reaction video to it. Y'all can go back and look at it. It was probably 2 years ago. You can go back and look at it. I did a reaction video addressing every single thing that was said there, which we found out really wasn't nothing said. Really wasn't nothing said. But here's the better thing I did. I opened up the door. I opened up the floodgates for all the saints there. You got an issue with me? All you got to do is get in touch with me. All you got to do is make it known. You know how many of them I talked to? 2. I talked to 2 of them, Mike and Tim. And Mike didn't have no issues. Tim had some, and they was taken care of in this much time, y'all. This much time. This much time. So at the end of the day, I did address the issues, and I never ran. You know what? Those people in Georgia can still call me to this day. They can still reach out to me this day if they have questions about any of this. What they have done is take on this man's offense, though, because he's lied to them and told them he was oppressive to you. And they like, huh? We've been oppressed? And then after listening to this devil talk for 30, 40 minutes, now they feel oppressed. Now they got zero evidence of being oppressed. And I would love to sit in a room with all the Georgia Saints, even to this day, y'all. I would love to sit in a room with those Georgia Saints and ask, what was your oppression? Man, Brother Jordan did a video here recently, and we was talking about it. And he said he talked to Brother Mike, which is one of the founding brothers down there. Myself, Mike, Tim, and Vernon, I would say. I can't include Darusha because of the stuff that he has done, but that's another story for another time if need be. But he said he went to Mike in Tabernacles of 2024. So it was a little bit after May, down in September, October, right, of 2024. Because this is when Jordan was still with Wisconsin Saints up there with Kabir. And he asked Mike, he said, Mike, will you tell me 5 things that was oppressive about living there in Straitway, Georgia? And he told me, he said, I think he told all y'all too, he said the only thing that Mike really ever said, because he couldn't even remember because there was like nothing. There was no nothing to it. But Mike said that he didn't like the fact, because see, we didn't have a space for a weight room. So we had weights, but they were outside, y'all, right? Outside. And Mike liked to get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and start lifting weights. Well, if sisters got to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock and they hear weights clanking and clink, 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 all this outside their window at 3 in the morning, that's a disturbance. So what I told Mike was, okay, you can't lift the weights and disturb the families that early in the morning. You doing it 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm not tripping, but 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, bro, you can't just get up and say you want to go lift weight. But you know what you can do? You got them weights. There's a gym right down the road here in Somerville. If y'all want to be a part of that gym, I told any of the brothers, you go, you pay your membership, and once you do that, I'll reimburse you. See, what I did that for on the membership thing, y'all, because I wasn't going to be paying for a membership out of the community money when they weren't going to be going. So as soon as they paid for the membership, I reimbursed them. So he had the option to go to work out at the gym anytime he wanted to. Yeah, you understand? That gym was a 24-hour gym. All you had to do was hit your card on there, and you could go in that gym anytime you wanted to. So I told him, you get a burn on your butt, you really want to work out, just ride 10 minutes down the road and go to Somerville and work out. So it's not like I didn't give Mike an option, but he called that oppression, y'all. Think about that. That was the one thing glaring to Brother Jordan that he could remember that Mike said, that he couldn't lift weights outside disturbing the saints at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. How ridiculous is that? That's the oppression you were under? Now, talk to Elder Becker, talk to Brett Kiefer, talk to Tammy, talk to Jordan, talk to the Bells, talk to Brother Ray, talk to Brother Victor, talk to Brother Rich and his family. I'm naming people that have left recently. Straightway. Let's see what their oppression was. Let's see what the stuff they dealt with. Man, let's go.
See, what Rufus is going to continue to keep doing is saying the things that are favorable to him. That's what he's going to do. And the truck, everybody knows how we do things in a straight way. We don't have nothing we called our own. So when that truck came to that community, that truck belonged to the community, not just to Rufus. And that's where Crago is disingenuous. Big time disingenuous, because Rufus didn't run the business, deck, porches, and more. Brother Vernon did.
The truck was never for the business. This man you're looking at on the screen made it clear He did not want that truck for the business. He did not want Vernon in that truck. That's why he said everything he said about Vernon was true. Guess what he told me about Vernon? Never let this man drive the truck. You know, if he even gets in it to run a quick errand around the corner, he's going to wreck it. So do not ever let this man touch this truck. And I'm like, cool. Mind you, this is a truck I tried to give away 3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 different times. But the Most High knew what was up, so the truck was in my name. And guess what? With this P.E.B telling us we got 30 days to get out, I'm not going to take the little bit of money that's there for the community still. I'm not going to take that and use it. So I went and I sold the truck. It was in my name. I sold it. I did. Now they'll look and say, that truck was for the community. And all of them know 100% that truck was never for the community. It was never for work. That truck was for me. It was, and they know that. They can sit here and lie all day. That truck was never going to be used for the decking business or Tim's business. None of it. They wanted it for that, but it was never going to be used for any of those things, and those guys know it. So with me being thrusted out and me needing to be able to take care of my family, of course I sold the truck. And I used that money to be able to move and do the things that I needed to do. Mind you, I'm still helping taking care of the saints. There were still things that had to be taken care of in that community that had to be taken care of financially. Because the money we had was not enough to take care of it. But ask them saints in Georgia, did I leave them with any outstanding bills? I didn't. And I left them with 9 vehicles with paid titles to them. 9 of them. We took 3 and I left them 9. And 2 of the 3 I took had loans on them. In my name, of course. The loans were in my name. So I'm supposed to leave those vehicles with those saints? Now, you get brothers like Tim McKibben, he actually suggested that I do. He said, you should have sold it and get the profit. Well, ain't no profit in it. You got a loan on it, ain't no profit in it. What kind of suggestion is that? These were vehicles for my family. I had the big family that needed the NV van, and that's why I got rid of the Yukon XL and traded for the NV van. But I left you a fully loaded LTZ Chevy Suburban. Y'all, they still got that now. And it's paid for. Would you rather have the paid for Suburban or that was like a 2010, I think, 9, 10, something like that, or take the 12 that has a loan on it? Which would you prefer? It don't make sense, some of the stuff these people have been convinced by this dog to call oppression. Let's go.
Sure, Brother Vernon had problems and stuff. That's kind of like me having a son or a daughter. You done wrecked the car 2 or 3 times, and after a little period of time, we see that you're doing better. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, we're going to test you. Go run to the store, and let's see how you do on this trip and journey and come back. And if you pass the test and stuff, then we can, guess what, take the restrictions off of you. You know, this stuff is petty, but you know what?
At least he admitted that it's petty, and it's petty on his half. Because he's just lying to y'all there now. Ask Brother Rich. When them brothers at Straightway with wrecked vehicles, Dow will put them in the worst vehicles they had on the lot. The worst vehicles they had in the community, and that's all they can drive. They couldn't drive nothing nice. He's just being a dog. He's just lying.
We'll accept your conditions of peace. Notice I said I accept your conditions of peace because you started all this. You continue to keep persisting.
That's a lie.
You don't want to keep going out there making videos, and then you want to act like that you're the innocent party with the soft tone and the soft voice, acting like we're trying to restore. What is restoration? Because I can tell you.
He said, what is restoration? See, he's pissed at that time. Nothing had really broken up. And I'm saying I want to restore Israel. And it confused a lot of folk. But what we at now? With 70 to 75% of his ministry gone and people leaving the family. I saw all that back then, y'all. I saw what that spirit that was in Dow, I saw what it was going to try to do. I did. And that's why I warned the brothers in Georgia. This is why Dow will not play those audio tapes of me talking with the brothers in Georgia. He's got 3 audio tapes of me meeting with the brothers in Georgia. Why he won't put that out for y'all to hear? Because it's incriminating to him. Because all the stuff I said back then 2 years ago, it's all come true now. Every single bit of it has come to pass. Every single bit of it. Why won't he put out the video from Wisconsin? Guess why? Because he's going to incriminate himself. He's going to show everybody the lies that he's been telling the whole time. Him, Mir, Corey, all of them. That's why. He admitted that it's petty, though, and I agree. You petty as hell. You petty and you vain.
Right now, you or Craig is not setting, just like in that meeting, you're not setting the terms and the conditions of what the hell goes on. You're not simply not doing that. You just simply ain't doing that. Now, we are going to see who's y'all's with. That's definitely true. We will see. But see, what everybody don't understand is that Rufus is trying to make this about him and I, when he don't even have a dog in a race. He is not in the same class, not in the same anointing, not in the same stratosphere with me as a man of God, and never will be. He desires to be like me, but that will never happen. He can't do it. It's impossible. He just simply can't do it. That's why he's making all these videos talking about what we're going to do. And if you notice, everything they're going to do is really nothing, period, point blank. So, and then he throws a threat out there and says that we're going to meet face to face. Now, you know I'm all about that. I'm definitely all about that. I am 1% about that.
I told you the name of this video is going to be This Didn't Age Well. And a lot of folk now, they heard that back then, and guess what? They were excited. Oh, they're going to box, they're going to fight, they're going to meet, la, 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 la. And guess what? I tried every opportunity to get in this man's face. He been running for 2 years, y'all. Over 2 years this man been running. And I'm saying on here again publicly right now, I'm still willing to meet Dow anywhere, anytime, any place. He definitely right about we ain't gonna get to control it, because he ain't gonna let it happen. He's a chicken and a coward. I've been telling y'all this for over 2 years. Look how he huffing and puffing in the video. Why have we not met then? Why? Because I have tried multiple times. See, I'm not gonna be stupid and just show up uninvited on another person's property. I ain't gonna do that. But boy, I would love an invite somewhere, anywhere. Don't have to be on your property, anywhere. Even with everything we got going on now, I would love for me and Dow to be in the same space together. Because you know who else is going to be there? The Most High Yah. And just like he said earlier, we're going to find out who's Yah with. He been avoiding y'all seeing who Yah is with the entire time. All it takes is him agreeing to be in the room with me, and y'all going to show you who he with. Y'all going to show you. He's avoided it for 2 years. Vengeance is y'all's, though. Vengeance is y'all's. I will meet this man anywhere, anytime, any place. And I mean it. I proved it. I proved it. I'm almost ashamed that I've actually put my life on the line twice for this man. I'm almost ashamed of that. I am. But I'd have done that for any of you saints. He ain't special, okay? He's never been special. What I do is I try to show honor to all men. It wasn't honoring his title or his position. It was honoring him as a man. Y'all take that as, oh, you're butt kissing and now you're worshiping him and you've made him God. I never did none of that. I tried to honor him as a man is what I tried to do. Now I want to see him like a man. But he's been avoiding me for 2 full years, y'all. This man will never get in a room with me unless he's got 30 people to protect him. I guarantee it. He is so afraid. Now, he can get up here and say what he wants. The proof's in the pudding when I'm telling him I will meet you anywhere. He can give me any location, any date, any time, and I will be there and don't care who he brings. Because ain't none of them stronger than the Most High Yah, who I know is with me. I know it, and I'm willing to prove it. This man has avoided this inevitable consequence he's finna face for not repenting. For 2 years. You can only run from y'all for so long, sir. You can only run for so long. Look how animated he getting, y'all. We see where the offense is at. Mind you, this is his response to me saying I want conditions of peace. Where's all the animation coming from? What's all the hype for? If I'm asking for conditions of peace in lieu of helping out these saints. Man, let's go.
As a matter of fact, instead of, because you know good and damn well, in this daytime and hour, that ain't the way y'all deals. You just pulling a story out your ass and stuff from the book that ain't going to fit the scenario of the day. I'm all about meeting face to face. Y'all know Pastor Dow by now. Come on now.
Y'all hear this? I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all want me to let this roll. I am too. Y'all hear this, though? He said you can't pull a story out the book. Out your butt, he said it first. Then he said out the book. Because I gave him a biblical scenario in the book. In the law, it tells you if you have two that disagree, they have to come to the door of the tabernacle. They have to come along with the people. It ain't hard. Go read Deuteronomy. Go read Numbers. It ain't hard. You are the one that has avoided that. You have. But what you've tried to do is all the lies didn't work. They start to slowly seep out. So now what you want to do is try to destroy my character. You back looking at stuff that happened in 1998. Trying to make people think, well, he's been a fraud his whole life. First off, I ain't never been a fraud. And here's the thing. Let's go Dow's crooked, wicked, demented route. Let's just go this route and say, okay, every single thing that Rufus said was a lie. How does that change his relationship with all these people that are leaving his communities because of the things that him and his paying minions, I got that right, his paying puppets are doing to the people? They're not leaving because they're watching my videos. They're leaving because of the oppression. And the Most High is opening their eyes and they're seeing the truth. And they're getting brave. They're getting rid of the spirit of fear to overcome this oppression you got them under. But you still raping and pillaging them. You still taking all their money. You still taking all their resources. You're literally kicking them out. I'm waiting on responses from these dudes, y'all. Because I actually have receipts, meaning text messages and things like that, emails, to show y'all from these dogs, right? When they try to lie and say it never happened, I'm going to show you the receipts for it and show you how much of a lying dog they are, the hypocrites they are. This man right here, when these people started to leave his organization, his unincorporated 501c3 organization, guess what he instructed all of the leaders out there in the communities he had? He said, don't help them at all. You can't even take them to the U-Haul place to get them a U-Haul truck. Now, where's the love of y'all in that? These are saints that are saying, you know what? I no longer believe in what y'all believe in, and I just don't want to be here no more. They're not coming contentious. They're not stealing. They're not doing none of that. They're just saying, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You won't give them vehicles. You won't give them money. You won't give them transportation to go help them. If they can't get in contact with their natural families or friends or people that have left the ministry already to give them some sort of assistance, this dog and his minions ain't doing nothing for them. Trying to leave them high and dry. And what they're trying to do is make it impossible for them to leave so they can stay there and be their slaves. Same thing Kabir tried to do with Catherine from instructions from this dog. Get her phone cut off. Call Teacher Greg and have him turn her phone off. Well, when he turned it off, it was too late. We already had her rescued, idiot. And Teacher Greg, your day coming too, sir. I have not forgot about you, Teacher Greg. Or Greg, I should say, Greg Polydor. And I got something to teach you, son. Since you want to reach out, since you want to talk. I don't want to talk to you over no phone and no email. No, you meet me face to face like a man. The way you did your wife. You a punk. You a punk, Greg Polydor. Now I'm gonna tone mine down. This is the energy this dog has given to all these people. And they have taken advantage and mistreated all of these folk. The elderly, stealing from them, stealing from the widows, stealing from the orphans. It's ridiculous. And people say, why does it matter to you? Just move on. I care about these people. I care about the people that are still trapped in fear. I care about the people that are still trapped under this oppression, thinking that this man is righteous and he wicked as all get out. And he huffs and puffs on the video with his clean shirts and clean hats. You could tell he ain't done work in years. But he want to talk about my work ethic. When I'm out here doing real fruit for the saints. Where's it at? None of your dang business. The Most High know about it. Who's supposed to be out here broadcasting real truth fruit when you investing in people's lives? You only do it to draw in more suckers. That's all. That's the only reason you put it out there. You make all these videos trying to flood the algorithm so that people won't see your dirt. Well, it's too late, sir. The truth has taken over the algorithm and everybody gets to see it now. Y'all would be amazed at how many people have contacted us saying, thank you for the videos. I'm talking about me, Warsheet, Brother Jordan, Elder Brent, Elder Becker, all these people. All these people start getting calls from people thanking them for the work that they're putting in. Thanking them for, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't seen this. Yeah, it's exhausting to some of y'all, but see, the book tells me not to get weary in well doing. I ain't gonna get weary in well doing. I'm in this fight to the death. And I'm going to fight for y'all's people. If they're being blatantly oppressed, I'm going to fight for them. I'm going to fight for them. I will fight for those that feel like they don't have a voice. What about the women that feel like they can't speak? What about the children that don't have a voice? What about them? Who's going to fight for them? Who's going to stand for them? Well, that's their parents' job. Man, you people, I'm telling you, some of y'all, it's clear you don't have the Holy Spirit because there's no level of love. There's no level of compassion. There's no care. There's no concern. Your bowels have been shut, closed, if they ever been open. I'm passionate about the people of y'all being free. Jesus told us, even going back to the Old Testament, the prophets told us we are in a covenant of liberty with him. He don't want us bound by nobody, by nothing. And these are the devil dogs that he talked about, these mean men that agreed to be in liberty, but then went right back, lied, and took the people and put them back into bondage. This man is him. That's what the book is talking about in Jeremiah. In Isaiah, that's what he's talking about. This dude right here. And the paying puppets that work with him. Let's go.
Hey, the deal is this. If we're going to meet, we need to have an arbitrator, and then we need to sit down at that table, and we need to address the things that you started, you accuse of, and you continue to persist, and then you go hide behind the curtain like the Wizard of Oz and throw rocks and hide hands as if you've done nothing. I hope that you don't say another word and make another interview or do another video. I hope that you do cease fire. And that's amazing. I want everybody to see this. He accuses me. He throws rocks at me. He slanders me. I fire back, and now everybody's looking at me sideways.
Everybody looking at you sideways because they know the accusations were true. And I didn't hide behind no curtain. I didn't throw no rock and hide no hands. I'm still ready. These hands still ready. They still ready. I ain't hiding behind nothing. I've been waiting on your terms and your conditions. Thou, do little, do wrong, crooked way. I've been waiting on y'all terms and conditions. Any of y'all, it's been crickets for 2 years. It's been crickets for 2 years. I wanted everybody to see this, though, because look at the grandstanding that's going on. Now that the truth has come out, I know this video sounds crazy to a lot of y'all. Like, oh, my God. You had no idea how he was manipulating y'all back then. Let's go.
Because when somebody's attacking me, then I defend myself. What kind of attitude is that? Have y'all forgotten that? Have y'all forgotten that? And this all this false sense of humility and stuff and everything. See, the reason why he don't address any of the other things that I spoke about in him, because they're all 100% facts that can be backed up by the Israelites that's been used and abused of him. That's what it is.
If that is a true statement, then, Dow, you said the reason I don't address it, which I've addressed all of it, but you claiming that I haven't. How about you get me and all those Israelites with you in a room so it can be addressed? How about it? How about it, Dow? Now, I know it's too late for all that. For you. I'm still willing to do it. Most of them Israelites you're talking about, they're gone from your ministry anyway. They're gone from your organization anyway. They're no longer with you. They've left Straightway. They've left all the Straightway subsidiaries, all the little surrounding fellowships. They left. You ain't got much left. We already know. We already know the money's drying up. That's why it's taking forever to finish this house. We know. You ain't going to let nobody know that. You're going to keep fronting. You're going to keep putting this facade out there. You're going to look at you now. You're on a vacation now. You're in a hotel room now. In this video, you're going to keep doing the same stuff, trying to make people believe that business is going on as usual. But it's not. The Most High done destroyed that thing. And I told you this was going to happen because you were too prideful and too arrogant to repent. You were too prideful, too arrogant, and too afraid to follow the book. All you had to do was get me in a room with all these people that you claim have evidence against me. That's all you had to do. This would have been over. But you would have been exposed too. That's why you haven't done it. That's why you keep running and you keep dodging all of these things that we put out. You don't answer any of these. How about answering Jordan? He wants to debate you, Dow. You said that the relationship between you leaders there and the people is like a servant-slave relationship. He wants to debate you on that. Because that's a black man, supposedly. Dow ain't no black man, but he looks black. He's got some melanation in it. His root is from a white Irishman, though. That's who his grandfather was, right? But you got this man that's got some melanation in him advocating for blacks being in slavery. And then you got a white man saying he wants to debate you, saying that blacks shouldn't be in slavery. Is that not something else? Is that not what we're at to in 2026? You got a young black man, a young white brother wanting to debate an old, ancient, wicked, rusty, disease-infested head black man about should people be in slavery or not. And the black man wants people in slavery. You think he gonna ever take that debate, y'all? Jordan already told you he's a chicken. He ain't gonna do it because he afraid who gonna show up to the debate. He ain't gonna do it. He know I'm coming. Anywhere he gonna be I should have showed up at the Washington meeting. See, I ain't that dumb though. I ain't that dumb. I understand people's turfs and their things. Nope, I understand it. I want an open invitation. That's what I want. I want an open invitation and see if I don't show up, Dow. Make an open invitation, Dow. When you're going out ministering somewhere, you're going to do another, invite me personally. Tell me to show up and see what happens. All I need is me and you in a room. I guarantee he ain't been out much, maybe once or twice since all this went down, y'all. Right? I think he went to Dallas and he went to DMV, but he ain't been out. But I guarantee you security was on the highest level of alert, thinking that if they see Rufus, if you see that Rufus guy, ask Brother Jordan, he got proof of it. He got proof. When Sister Catherine made up her mind that she was going to leave that oppressive place up there in Wisconsin, he had all them brothers on the ready. They couldn't conceal their weapons. All of them had to have it out, their service weapon out like they was police officers. Like any of them would have been able to do anything with me. None of them would have. All he was doing was man, let me be quiet. But the sister free. She free and she healing from all of this crap that Greg put her through, Dow put her through, Kabir put her through, Mohammed put her through. Man, get back.
So, if you want conditions of peace, shut your mouth. Stop running your mouth. That's all it takes. You just stop running your mouth. I've been showing y'all, Israel, how effective you can be. You see, because this man will not stop running his mouth. Y'all see this video, right? Y'all heard what he said. He's not going to stop running his mouth. He's not going to stop going on these interviews. He's not going to do it. I'll be surprised if he does.
Truth is true.
He ain't going to do it.
Hell no.
He is not going to do it.
Nope.
He said it a while ago, and now he's saying it again. He ain't going to do it.
I'm not.
Now he's talking about we need to meet face to face. I'll be happy to meet face to face. You know that.
Y'all believe that now? After seeing everything y'all saw for 2 years, y'all believe this man will be happy to meet me face to face? I have tried everything under the sun to meet this man face to face. Everything. He has avoided me like the plague. But the plague got him. Look at his head. His head is covered. See, I can take my hat off. I got a full head of hair at 53, about to be 54 in a few months. I got a full head of hair. You don't see no big old red patches and syphilis and all this stuff in my head. All this, modern day leprosy is all it is. That's all it is. Modern day leprosy. You better understand what the book is doing. So now he got a big old fullback back here trying to cover up them. Tell him to cut all of it off. Tell him to go bald. I bet he won't. Then y'all will really be able to see how leprous his head is. I hear with these fake testimonies talking about you and Nelly got a testimony. Nelly ain't got no testimony. Quit lying. Nelly don't have no testimony. Everybody knows that Nelly's medical issues came from her having fake boobs. We know this. This is information everybody close to know, Dow. She had fake boobs and she had to have them removed, and that's when she got healthy. It ain't nothing the Most High did. He corrected, the doctor corrected the issue she had before, probably getting them cheap fake boobs down there in Miami, where she was from. Ain't no telling. She might have went home to get them things back to Puerto Rico or something like that. Don't come up here with these manufactured lies and testimonies about healing. That woman, medical problems came from fake boobs. Y'all can research it. Go research a lot of these women that get fake boobs in their 20s and 30s, and then they get in their 50s and 60s, close to that, they start having serious issues with their body. These things get to leaking and all this kind of stuff. But you want to go out, you got a story. I heard you say it. You got a testimony too. She ain't said it though. Tell us what that testimony is. I want to hear. I already know you trying to do what that wizard Corey Phillips does. try to manufacture the anointing. You want goosebumps showing up on people's arms and hair raised on their arms. That ain't the Holy Spirit. And y'all didn't heal her. You took her to a doctor and got them fake boobs taken out. That's what you did. How about just being honest about stuff and quit lying, dog? Quit lying. Man, let's go.
That I'll be glory. I will rejoice meeting face to face. Only one problem though. You don't get to pick the time, date, and location.
Look at him
Y'all
backpedaling,
ain't
y'all.
with you. He's with me.
He's
not with
backpedaling,
you.
y'all. He
He is with
backpedaling.
me. And I know that people don't understand.
If y'all with this dude, why won't he meet me then? If y'all is with Dow, why won't he meet me? What is he waiting on? Y'all remember that video he did, that blog talk he was talking about? And he said, man, that if a man would have talked to his pastor like that, the way I've been talking to him for 2 years now, he would have left. He would have said, you either going to go face this man face to face or I'm done. I'm leaving this ministry. I'm kicking the traces. And then he called him some explicits when he left, calling him a sissy and the other word. Well, that's you, Dow. You just described yourself. Because I've been calling you out for 2 years and you ain't answered none of them. But guess what you're trying to hide behind? Well, the Most High is with me. I gotta be strategic about this and da da da. I don't remember none of the prophets running from these situations. I don't remember Moses. I don't remember none of these people when they got accused, because you said I'm accusing you falsely. When Korah, Dathan, and Abiram accused Moses, did he run? Or did he stand there with them and say, let's see whose side y'all on? That's him saying that I'm pulling a story out of the Bible, out of my butt, but it don't apply today. Why wouldn't it? You just told the people that I've been putting false accusations against you. Why would you not stand before me and y'all and see whose side y'all is on, that these allegations are false? See, Moses had compassion for Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. He knew that the Most High was going to destroy them and their families. And he didn't even want that. He didn't want that. He was grieved to his heart that these men would accuse him of the things they were accusing him of. And he also knew Yah was going to show up and defend his man of Yah. He knew it. You claim to be the man of Yah. You claim to have Yah on your side. Why are you afraid to show up and be with me then? I'll come the straight way. Just give me the invite. I'll still come the straight way. Give me the invite, Dow, and I'll show up by myself. Well, I'm never by myself. Never. But I'll show up just me. And let's see. Let's see. And guess what, saints? Y'all can ask me any question you want. Any question you want. Any one of them. But all them people that lived on that land, I want them to be able to come too. Give them an invite to come back too. So they can testify and not have to worry about going to court and being sued for a stupid NDA. Think about that, y'all. You got a pastor that claims he's the man of Yah, that claims Yah's on his side, but he's making people sign NDAs to get any kind of financial help to leave. I'll help you, give you money. It's their money. I'll give you some money. I'll give you a car. It's their car. Remember, you start this video off by saying you have nothing that you call your own. But it's amazing. Why can't these people take these things when they decide to leave? They came with some kind of vehicle. They came with some money. If they didn't, they earned money while they were there. 20 years, 25 years, the Bells were there. 22, 23 years, Elder Becker was there. They leave with nothing from the community? And the Bells have to sign an NDA just to get a car and some money. And you think that little $20,000 you gave them, man, stop it, Dow. Who gonna start up? Man, stop it. This dude is fool. Y'all don't see this? This is really sad. This is how he treats people that have labored with him for 2 decades plus, all because they don't agree with him anymore. See, this is why, what's his name? R.G. Stair. This is why R.G. Stair had long life. I'm not advocating for the things that R.G. Stair did that's out there publicly. Everybody know about that stuff. What I'm saying is this. I got court documents and records of R.G. Stair actually trying to help people that decided to leave his community. I'm not saying he did that for everybody. Some of y'all that was a part of R.G. Stair, y'all can come in and comment. I would love to see what y'all, because y'all are eyewitnesses. But I read court documentations. And I've heard other stories of people that said, I want to leave and I need this much. And he made sure they got it. Or I want this much land. And he went and found the land, bought it for him, and gave it to him. You think this dude doing that? He too greedy. For the love of money, they'll steal from their brothers. For the love of money, This joker will rob his own mother. Because he has. He got elderly people there right now he robbing. He got elderly people on this land. He got elderly people that used to be part of his ministry that he is robbing, stealing gold from them, stealing their money monthly from them. He's robbing them. He don't care. Because it's the root of all evil. He loves money. That's the one thing I disagree with Brother Jordan. Brother Jordan did a video, a beautiful video. Y'all go check it out. The last one that he just did. But he made a statement in there and he said, I don't think Dowell even cares about money. Oh, he cares, brother. He cares. I understand what you were getting at, saying that power's money, blah, 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 that power's more important. No. This man cares about the money too. Because all the commitments that he's made, he needs to see down the road, he going to be able to take care of it. And guess what he's seeing right now? He's seeing that money ain't coming in to the level it needs to. Especially with the state of Tennessee saying you're going to have to pay taxes on all these houses now. With your unincorporated 501c3 organization. The tabernacle, oh, we'll let you have that. That's the church. Everything else, you paying taxes on, sir. Everything else. Even that 13,300 square foot mansion with the Polaris out front sitting on top of the hill looking over the pond. You're going to pay for it. But don't worry about it, Dow. Don't worry about it. The Most High got this taken care of. I'm telling you right now, Dow, that is nothing you have to worry about paying for the taxes on that stuff that you in court losing, because we got the court records to show it. Say we got no receipts and all we do is show receipts. You ain't got to worry about that, Dow. I'm saying it to you flat out. You don't have to worry about that, sir. Let's go.
Stand the King David or the David spirit. I got the David spirit. I love King David. Sure do love all the kings of Israel.
The only spirit of David you got was adultery. Let's go.
Study them well. I can tell you one thing. What we got right here is we got a case of a man rising up against Yah's anointed, falsely accusing, and now it's all panning out. That's what it is. So let's see if Rufus wants some conditions of peace. Because I just got finished coming back from Straightway, Georgia, visiting with the Israelites down there for a whole day. I recorded all that has been going on, what has happened over the last 10 years. I got it all. Got it all on video. But I can actually hold that one right there. I can hold them videos back right there. But I tell you what, man, with the stuff that I had to hear and you should see, what did they all say in Georgia? All we are experiencing is freedom. We are literally experiencing freedom. That's what they said.
Such a lie. Such a lie. Now, he put them words in their mouth. I guarantee it, even if any of them said it. But why they leave? They got so much freedom. But Tim is gone. Charita's gone. Malik and Jaden gone. All the Offland brothers are gone. All of them are gone. The only one that stayed was Tafari. Marcus might have stayed because his mama Denise is there, but they lost their husband. Vernon's dead because of you, Dow. Vernon is in the grave because of you. He took on your offense and the bitterness of it. He believed all your lies, all because he wanted to be in a position of leadership. And nobody there was ever going to submit themselves to Vernon because they already knew who he was. We loved our brother and tried to help him through all those issues he had, but nobody was going to ever submit themselves to Vernon. Now you got 2 widows there and 4 orphans. What are you going to do for them, Dow? I'm still waiting to hear. What you going to do for them, Dow? You got them offended with me, but that day will come. We'll have a conversation. Because guess what? I already know you don't care nothing about Damaris and Denise and those 4 baby girls. You don't. You don't care nothing about them. Vernon has always been dead weight to you. That's why you sent him to Georgia. You needed builders, and Vernon was a great builder. But because of how his spiritual condition was, you was like, I can't put up with this. Remember that conversation? I ain't gonna be able to put up with this. Him and how I ain't even gonna go there. The things you said about Damaris at that time. I'm not gonna go there. She already know though. I never held back from them. I told them all that stuff. I did. Because I didn't want them to have an offense against you. But I let them know why they were sent to Straightway, Georgia. It ain't just because we needed builders. We had a builder in Jamie. You took him. If you care so much about us building, why don't you just leave Jamie with us? I guarantee this. If Jamie would have stayed with us in Straightway, Georgia, he would probably still be in the faith. He would probably still be in the faith. You destroyed him, having him at Straightway. He gave his testimony. Now, someone say, well, he's turned on you. No, what Jamie's mad at me about is that I won't tell the private, personal secrets of Dow when it comes to his family. See, I heard things from Dow and counsel, because remember, I was Dow's counselor to keep his marriages together, to keep his house in order. And guess what? The same way I won't reveal those things about Dow, I won't do that about any of you out here listening either, because a lot of you have had to come to me to save your marriages and to keep your house in order or to get your unruly children right. I mean, that's just the role and the anointing that I have in Israel. I have the gift of wisdom. I just have it. And all glory goes to the Most High. Yeah, I don't get no credit for it. What Paul said? I plant or water. That's it. That's it. I ain't looking for no credit. But Dow knows, and see, that's the stuff Jamie wants me to talk about. But I'm not going to do that because I wouldn't do that about him. If he ever came to me for counseling with his wife, I would never reveal that publicly to people. I never would. Now, once they put it out there publicly, then it's fair game. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So that's what he's mad at me about. He can say all day, well, you're just like Dow. Well, prove it, Jamie. Prove that I'm just like Dow. Prove it. Because I definitely wasn't like Dow when I sent you that $1,600. You took that gladly and freely. You took it real quickly, too. Now I'm your enemy? Man, stop, brother. Stop, Jamie. Stop, brother. Just stop. Just stop. All right? Just stop. You pissed off. I know your life is jacked up and all this stuff, but that ain't my fault. The things that happened to you, Jamie, in this ministry had zero to do with me. The only offense that I ever did, the only thing I ever did wrong to you was not giving you finances to leave when you were ready to leave. I should not have listened to this dog. And we ain't have much at the time. I probably would have only been able to give you $200, $300, $400 anyway. But I should have done it. And that's the one thing I've admitted publicly, but I've already repented and I've already made restitution for it. So you can be mad at me all you want, bro. You can go out here and make your little dumb videos and say what you want to say. Again, I'll face you face to face. I'm not running from anybody that has an offense with me. I guarantee this. If you love Yah, we can get it worked out. We can get it worked out. I don't have to finger point or nothing. Bring your offense, and if it's legit, we will get it worked out. I thought Jamie had a legitimate offense. I didn't help him, and I admitted that. I did not help him because this dog told me don't give him nothing. Because he said, I know he already got money. He just going to try to get extra from you. Let's just see what happens. And here's the sad thing. He didn't lie. Because Jamie came and asked for money. And I was like, man, I don't think we're going to be able to help you with that right now, man. We just ain't got it, blah, 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 blah. Right? 10 minutes later, he called me back and said, don't worry about it. I already got it. So he already had the money. So what Dow told me was actually true. But I still should have gave him some money to help him out. Even though Jamie never lived in Georgia. Like, in the beginning, he came and he was gone in the first few weeks. And he came the last couple weeks, the last month or so of his tenure in Straightway. He never really lived in Georgia, ever. Let's go.
Now, whatever these conditions of, or whatever they say, we're going to meet face to face. All I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a third party arbitrator before you.
Let that fear come in. Going to be a third party. You see that? That fear kicking in. Let's go.
You and I can do any kind of talking because other than that, it can go the other way. And mind you, I want everybody to listen to this. Let's do it again. He accuses me.
This man said it could go the other way. Now, y'all seen him get all amped up, right? Get amped up in this. This is supposed to be a video of him talking about his last answers to me, and I'm asking for conditions of peace. Y'all that's been watching this, do y'all know this man literally called my dead parents B's, the B word. Just out of the blue. Just because he's so mad. He was drunk on a drunk talk on Friday night, and he literally called, because both of my parents are dead. And he called my parents B's, y'all. This man spoke ill about my wives. This man spoke ill about my daughters. I got 6 daughters. He spoke ill about my daughters. Called them ugly, y'all. Now, y'all tell me, and somebody can answer in the chat, what a man, in the comment, what a man supposed to do about that? Because I know where I'm from. I know what those words mean where I'm from. I know exactly what that means. If I'm going to say something about a person's dead parents, and I'm going to say something about a person's wife and children, see, we all know, even in the joning and cracking and making fun of each other and all this stuff, there's lines you just don't cross. You don't speak about a man's wife, and you don't speak about a man's children, and you definitely don't speak about a man's dead loved ones. He done all of that, y'all, because he's protected. He's got what he thinks is a security force backing him up. You can't run from y'all, though. And our day will come down where we're in a room together. And we'll see. We're going to see the energy that you have We're going to see the energy you got. We're going to see how you really feel about my dead parents. We're going to see how you really feel about my wives that stuck with me. He was surprised. He said that in one of his videos, y'all, man, I can't believe they stayed with him. You thought you had manipulated them enough. No, I actually sold into them. And the response because I gave my option to stay. See, that's the kind of man I am. If they thought I was the devil, I said, y'all got an option to stay. I'll financially take care of you until you get remarried or until you die. And they knew I was serious. And they looked at me and laughed. Just like I laughed at you when you told me to take those stresses now. They laughed and said, man, we know what the devil is. Let's go. Let's go, Pastor. But you want to grandstand on this video like you want to meet. 2 years, sir. 2 years, sucker. I'm still waiting and still willing. I don't care about none of that stuff. You claim to have the anointing of Yah. I want to test that boast. I want to see if Yah is with you. All it takes is you agreeing to be in the room with me, Dow, anywhere. You'll never do it because you the chicken coward I've been telling everybody you are. I know you. Nobody know you like I do. Nobody. I guarantee it. There ain't a person on this earth that know Dow the way I do, except maybe Mother Carol. Well, Elder Becker. Elder Becker probably knows him as well as I do too. But I know you, sir. I studied you for years. I watch you change. Well, I watch you evolve into who you really are is what I did. I can't say you changed. See, you didn't have the opportunities. You didn't have the money. You were broke as we were back then when I first came to the ministry. And you didn't have all the people. So you had no power, you had no money, and you didn't have no sex. You just had Mother Carol. But boy, when that PMS kicked in, when you got a little power, with them numbnut football players coming and them numbnut military people coming, then you got the money, then you got the sex with all these women. Oh yeah, you lost your mind. The PMS made you go crazy. It has. It's made you go crazy. It made you show the world who you are. And that's fine. It's going to be what it's going to be. I hate that it's got to go this route. But it's going to be what it's going to be. And you have 100% refused to repent. You ain't even admitted through all of this. You haven't been able to admit that you were wrong in any of this. You are just the victim. You are just the accused. You are just, man, it's sad. You're a narcissist, bro. You got the same tactics and tendencies of all these malignant narcissists. And that's all you are. You are full of Jezebel. You're full of Ahab. And you're full of Leviathan. So you say we ain't got no name for these spirits. How come we keep giving you all these names? Jezebel, Ahab, Leviathan. Look at Nelly in that last video you did. Look how she looking, y'all. Don't that look like a woman that's submissive? That's a woman that knows I'm in control. Like she told all them sisters, I'm the neck that turns that head. Yeah. She know the position she in. Because I guarantee she knows some stuff about you. And she ain't going to hold it in. Her day will come where she'll sing too. Watch. Her day will come. It'll come. Let's go.
You got 3 elders he accused me to. They fabricate this meeting up in Wisconsin.
Nope.
All 3 of them know what the hell is going on. I'm sitting there not knowing what the hell is going on. Pastor Muir don't know what's going on.
Mind you, y'all, he's telling the people 2 years ago, he don't know what's up. He acting like he been ambushed. But remember, it was him that had a plan, and he had told all these people he was going to get me and the spirit on me in front of all the leadership. His whole goal was to destroy me, strip me down. He wanted to break me. See, this man is all about slavery, y'all. He's all about slavery. He wanted to break me in front of all of the leaders. Y'all had a different plan, though. He exposed it. And that's why his ambush on me didn't work. And that's why he felt like he was ambushed. But he's sitting there telling you, I knew nothing about it. When you got all these men like Brett Kiefer, you got all these men like Elder Becker, and all these people telling you that they knew weeks ahead of time. JC, they knew weeks ahead of time what he was planning on doing to me. This is crazy. And he up here grandstanding for these folks. Just flat out lying to the people. Some of you that left, remember, Jordan will tell you, I was offended. Now he sees the truth. He go back and see this video, man, it's going to hurt that y'all just took this and forgot what the word said. Get both sides of the story. Most of y'all ran with this dude's side because you loved him more than you love Yah. I thought I loved the saints. I thought the saints loved me too. I maybe got 2 phone calls from saints And they didn't call to hear me out. They called to rebuke me. If I'm wrong, I want the saint to tell me there was a part of Straightway. Which one of you called me just to hear my side of the story? Now, I'm not talking about the offland brethren and stuff that was there in Georgia, because I know all of y'all did that. Y'all were not fooled from none of this. I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about you other saints. Which one of y'all had enough love for me to call me and say, I just want to hear your side, Pastor Rufus, Elder Rufus, whatever I am to you? Which one of y'all did that? But we love the book. We love the law. Y'all instantly took this man's side. Now that 2 years removed, this video didn't age well. Let's go.
All of a sudden, they start off on this attack and accuse me of some kind of spirit. It's still nameless. Nobody can still figure it out. Nobody's given a name to it.
Jezebel, Ahab, Leviathan. Now you got your names down. You had them then, but we'll give you names now. You're prideful, you're arrogant, you're jealous, you're envious. Now people can see it. Back then, it didn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. Why would Dow be jealous and envious of Pastor Rufus? Why would he have this murderous spirit on him about Pastor Rufus? Well, now you can see. You couldn't control me. And everybody thought, not everybody, a lot of folk thought I was your lapdog. They thought I'd have done anything for Dow. No, I was working for the Most High. I tried to honor this man, thinking that he was a man of Yah. I did. I can admit that. But when opportunity presented itself, he showed his true colors, and y'all see whose side that I stood for. Now, some of y'all think I'm just as wicked as Dow. We'll find out. I already know the answer to that. I'm saying that for you. Let's see if you'll accept it, though. Because you got the same offense that he got. And most of you, the few of you that's in that club, you ain't never spent no time with me. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. See, I spend time with this man. I know this man. I spend time with all these saints. I know these saints. I have real fruit invested in these saints. Not just building them homes. I got spiritual fruit with them. That's why, like Elder Brent said, it's going to be a slow trickle. He said, Pastor Rufus, watch. It's going to be a slow trickle. And people going to, like a slow dripping faucet, they're going to slowly leave. And that's what has happened. In 2 years, they done lost about 70%. Now, if I'm lying, this is what all y'all can do. I should do a video of it, but I don't do the editing stuff great, right? And pictures and all that. Go and look at the Passover picture for 2024, the year this happened, right? That they did. Then go look at the Passover picture for 2025. Then you're not going to be able to go look at the picture, but there's an actual video. It was a live video they were doing while they were setting up for the picture to take it. This numbnut lied to everybody, said we didn't do a picture this year, when there's an actual live video showing y'all do the picture. What he's doing is he didn't want to show that picture, y'all, because he saw the difference from 2024 to 2025 to 2026. You can clearly see that over half those people, they're gone. You can clearly see it. Went from probably like 800 to 400 and some people. You can clearly, that's why he didn't want to post it. But he has an actual live video. Now, he's probably going to hear this and then go delete that live video. I got it. So y'all go check it out. And if somebody gets back to me and say that Dow deleted it, I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Because see, it was on YouTube. I'll just go ahead and play it. I may just take a screenshot at the end when it shows the picture. And you can see that. Somebody that does editing really, really good. Somebody go to that video in 2026 that just happened for Passover. Take a screenshot in the live video of the people. Then go see the picture that's still up. I believe the 2025 Passover picture is still up. Go see that one and then go back and see the 2024 picture. You can pull that up on their website. Look at the difference in the people. It's clear. He knows it. That's why he told y'all and he lied. Well, we didn't do no Passover picture. It was the middle of the week and people had to leave all this stuff. He's just lying. He's just lying. And he's been lying the entire time about everything. I can't think of one thing this man has said that was truthful. Besides when he got up here and said what I said about Brother Vernon was true. Because he did tell me that stuff about Brother Vernon. But when it came time to separate, he wants all the assets. He wants all the cars. He wants all the money. He wants all the property. That's why this man is suing me over property he didn't even buy. He didn't pay for the property at all. He didn't pay for the materials. He didn't pay for nothing. And he has taken the saints' money and filed a frivolous, fraudulent, felonious lawsuit. Y'all gonna see. Watch. Y'all gonna see. This man filed a lien saying I owe him $23 million, y'all. $23 million. And because of the old antiquated state of Georgia, he was able to do it. If I lived in Tennessee or Alabama, he wouldn't have been able to do none of that dumb stuff. He'd had to just go file a lawsuit, which at the time he didn't want to do. And even in the lawsuit that was filed against me, y'all, he didn't have the guts to do it himself. He made Vernon do it. Now Vernon's dead. So now what you think is going to happen with this lawsuit? Who's going to take over the proxy for Vernon? Which one, Dow? Who you going to sucker into doing it now to perjure themselves like Vernon had already done? In the initial paperwork, I sent that to 6 attorneys. All of them said, this man Vernon, who is this? He's perjuring himself. They could all read it in the initial paperwork. In the initial lawsuit. Man, let's go.
And the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, all of y'all been talking. 2 of the elders saw exactly what was going on after the truth was presented, defected against Rufus. 1 stayed. 1 did.
Y'all believe that? He's saying that Elder Becker and Elder Mitchell defected against me. No, fear kicked in. Becker lived there with you. That's why he was quiet. Mitchell had financial issues going on in his community. Now he could clearly see how this was going to separate everybody. He knew half his community was going to side with Dow, half of them was going to want to leave straightway. But he also wanted to get that debt that was owed to Kabir. He didn't want to be stuck with that by himself. So he tried to play the fence, and it didn't work for him either. He'll tell his own story, though. Elder Mitchell will tell his own story. But here's the thing. He's saying to y'all now, remember, this is a couple months after, they defected. Well, why are they not with you now? Becker ain't with you. Mitchell ain't with you. Brent ain't with you. All of them elders are gone. Along with Chris and along with Donnie and I can keep naming them. You've had to nominate new folk because you have none. That's what you've had to do. That's what you've had to do. This man won't tell the truth about nothing, y'all. He wants y'all to believe even then. And I knew what was going on then. Thank you. I knew what was going on then. That they hadn't defected. I understood the position they were in with Becker living there on that land. Having to deal with Dow. And with Elder Mitchell being tied to his family because he married Nellie's daughter. And the financial situation that he was in when it came to money owed to Kabir. I'm not making excuses for these men. But now y'all can see why it's easy for me to just forgive and move forward with these men. I'm not holding no grudges against them. You know why? Because I'm glad they're free. I'm glad that regardless of what caused them to get free, they're free. So I'm glad. So I have no ill will towards Elder Becker. We talk all the time. I have no ill will towards Elder Mitchell. He got my number. He can call me anytime he wants. We don't talk often, but he knows he can call. And there ain't going to be no animosity there. He knows that. Elder Mitchell going to tell his story. That's on him to tell. He'll tell it. I'm not going to tell it for him. Let's go.
And mind you, I'll say a young elder, just like Rufus is a very young pastor. He was only a pastor for 5 months. He ain't been pastor for years. He hasn't shepherded a flock for no extensive period of time as a pastor. Everybody getting this, right? He doesn't have the extensive experience that Pastor Dow does at all, period, point blank. He don't. And now he's out here acting like that we're on the same footing, the same equal level. Well, we will see, and I'll be glad to let it go. But you are the one who started. You the one going to let it go. Everybody know me. Everybody knows the type of man I am and the type of integrity I have.
Nobody knows you. You've been lying and manipulating and coercing and oppressing people for years. You kept those people there straightway in fear. Boy, when this all come out, Dow, boy, you ain't going to be able to handle it. You a chicken. I already know. Now, then the spirit of Judas is going to really come over you. Let's go.
They know it. And I'm going to Alabama here soon to go down there to clean up that mess as well. But man, be a man of your word if you are. You stop the finger pointing. You stop the accusing, the slandering. You stop going out there calling me out of my name. You stop going out there making all these interviews because you throwing rocks and hiding hands and trying to make yourself clean when we all know you dirty. That's wrong. That's flat out wrong. Sure, there may be a few things that I may have said concerning some of the things. I just don't know yet because I haven't interviewed everybody upon. I just know what they have told me. And I know the experiences that people have. And I know for sure what's true and what's false, especially when it's concerning dealing with other people and saints. And then the story I just got finished hearing from Jerusalem. It's just sad, y'all. It's sad. But this is a classic bait and switch that Satan uses in his arsenal and program. I'm on.
His name is Darusha. Actually, his name is Devlon McKinney. He wants to be called Darusha. This man can't even. The man been around his ministry since 2011. He still can't pronounce his name right. Let's go.
I'm gonna end this on this. He accuses me, sets this thing up, of having a spirit that has no name to it, no face to it. Then he turns around and spits in the ears of all these elders. I made a video made as kind of like a prophecy that this spirit was going to show.
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that, right? Like a prophecy. Let's hear what this prophecy is that Dow said. Even though he tried to protect himself, what the hell is like a prophecy? What's like a prophecy? Is it you prophesying or you're not, sir? Let's hear what this prophecy is.
Show its hand. And it did show its hand. The timelines all line up. Then he turns around and spits.
I want y'all to hear that because I think it kind of got, I'm going to go back a little bit. I want y'all to hear what this prophecy so-called was. Let's go.
In the ears of all these elders. I made a video made as kind of like a prophecy that this spirit was going to show its hand. And it did show its hand. The timelines all line up. And then the elders decided we was going to go to Straightway, Georgia, and finish adjudicating these matters. And that wicked man called Pastor Corey Wicked, Pastor Muir Wicked, Elder Rob Wicked, and Elder Miguel Wicked said, those wicked ass men are not coming on my land. Y'all know that ain't the way we do stuff here at Straightway. It's not my land. We don't have no lands.
Well, if that's the case, why am I not invited to Straightway then to get this resolved, Pastor, if y'all don't have no lands? Why not? If you don't have no land, see, that land that I was talking about was actually still in my actual name, the name Rufus Carswell. It was still in that name. Your lands are in the name of Straightway Truth Ministry. Don't that belong to Yah? Ain't that Jesus? Don't he owns that? So why is it that I'm not invited there to deliberate this matter? That's a better central location. It's closer to Indiana. It's closer to Missouri. Why come all the way to Georgia with your ambush crew? Mind you, y'all already heard these videos. This fool want to come to Georgia to adjudicate this, meaning let's give him a punishment. And they didn't even have a sin for me. They never agreed on a sin. But they sure had punishments waiting to go for me. Y'all have to go back for y'all that are new and look at we got all the videos showing it, all of them out there. Myself, Jordan, brother Daniel Campo, he put them out there. It's Brother Becker talked about all of this stuff. It's all out there, y'all. All the lies and the deception that this man, and listen, this is 2 months after this all started. Look how he's lying to the people, y'all. All this is out here now. Let's see if he has a response to this video. He won't, because he's a chicken.
If a vehicle was given to you as the head of that community, that's not your vehicle. That belongs to the community. Just like those lands belong to the community.
Well, why is that not the same when the people leave your community, Doc? Why did Ray not get a vehicle? Why did Elder Becker not get a vehicle? Why did Victor not get a vehicle? Huh? Now, the Bells got one, but they had to sign an NDA to get a vehicle for their big family. Why did Tammy not get a vehicle? Why did Jordan not get a vehicle? They slaved for you. They served there. It don't belong to them. It don't belong to you. Why did none of these people get that? Now it applies to me. Now that I'm gone, everything belongs to the community, so you just leave with nothing. Even though I'm the one that the Most High anointed to start the community. Man, let's go.
You see, apples and oranges, oranges and apples. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. And then you go out here and have made, what, over 60 hours of interviews and videos, and even had Jamie Plott, the one that's supposed to be, yo, you glad you got your brother back? He turns on you. He turns on you and calls you out on your mess. Wow, and then you want to sit up here with some type of humble spirit as if that you have been the bigger man. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. It's just that in this effeminate generation we living in, people have a hard time discerning what's good and even right and wrong. But I'm going to tell y'all, don't y'all sit up and let nobody put forth the finger at someone, because that's one thing that y'all hates. He hates that stuff. And then accuse. Especially when your fruit pales in comparison to mine. And then you turn.
I'll put my fruit up against yours any day, Dow. Any day. I will put my fruit, which I personally know is a spiritual thing. You foolishly thinks that it works. You think it's building, which you ain't done anyway. But that's what you think. You want to take credit for all the building everybody else do. But I'll put my fruit up against yours any day. Let's sit down and meet and we can go over it. How about that, Dow? In front of the saints. Me and you at a table up there, and we can go over fruit with the saints. Right from the book. You ain't gonna do it. I don't know why I even put these out there, because you a chicken. You ain't gonna do it. Because it's all talk, Dow. You ain't gonna do none of this because you know you a devil dog that's been lying and deceiving and being a hypocrite and manipulating the people all these years. How about giving that saint back their gold, Dow? How about that? How about giving back that widow the inheritance that the husband left for his children? How about giving that back, Dow? How about that? How about giving the land that you said don't belong to nobody? Why are you controlling it then? Because anything in the name of Straightway Truth Ministry, you get to control. Because you're going off the 48 laws of power. Own nothing but control everything. See, you just want to control. That's what Jordan was getting at. Why he thought you didn't care about money. You just want to control everything. Those saints in Alabama paid for that land. Give it to them. Let them control it. You didn't pay for it. They came up with almost $900,000. Let them control it. You'll never do it, and you'll never address these things. This is why you will never get in a room with me, because you know you are a lying, cheating snake and a dog. And you have a zero fear of Yah. But you got a lot of fear of me. You definitely fear me. And you can say all you want. Your actions, your fruit show that you're afraid. Your fruit show you fearful of me, because you've avoided being in a room with me for 2 whole years. You damned dog. And I know exactly what I'm saying. That Judas spirit is coming soon. You watch. Y'all watch. Mark my words. That spirit of Judas, he finna get it. He ain't gonna be able to handle all this. Since he's so arrogant and so prideful, when the Most High Yah pull that, because you know I talking about that, pull that rope. Watch when the Most High Yah pull it on him. And the reality set in of what he's done to thousands of people. Judas.
Turn around, continue to keep going to the court of public opinion. Then you stir them up and then have them to falsify information and calling me all kind of names and everything else out of my name. And you continue to keep doing these interviews. I ain't did no interview with nobody. I've done my own broadcast. That's it. Answering everything you continue to keep doing. So the day that you stop, that will be the end of it. But the day that you start, I'm right here.
That's a lie. Because y'all can see out throughout the whole 2 years, there's been many, many times where I stopped, didn't do videos for months at a time. This last time, I hadn't done a video on Dial like from, I want to say the last one I had did was like October of 2025. And I didn't do nothing in November. I didn't do nothing in December, January, February. I mean, I had went like 6 months and hadn't done a video about Dial. And this man was losing his mind. That's what Jordan was telling y'all about. He was going on vacation, spazzing out, just trying to provoke me, trying to say stuff just to get me to make a video. See, that's how a narcissist is. They need this type of energy. See, believe it or not, Dow loves this type of stuff. He loves this. Even though it's shaming to him, it's shaming for his family, it's shaming for the ministry, it's shaming for the faith, he don't care. This is what he get fuel from. But that fuel gonna run out. It's gonna run out, and it's gonna run out real soon, y'all. Just stay tuned. I've been telling you, stay tuned, right? He's trying to kick that can down the road. He's trying to delay it as long as he can. But just like the book tells him, you got but a short time left. And you don't know when the Most High gonna pull that string. You know you're a liar. You know you're a cheat. You know you're a hypocrite. You know you're a manipulator. You know you're an oppressor. You know you're a whoremonger. You know you're a fearmonger. You know you're all these things. All of them. Every single bit of them. If not, have all the saints meet so we can ask them questions like they ask us. How about that? Now, if this man was so anointed, y'all, such the man of Yah, why is he avoiding what the book tells him back in the Numbers, back in Deuteronomy, up to Matthew? Why is he avoiding this? Will one of you that love him look him in the face and say, why have you avoided being in a room with these people? If they are all lying on you, it would be easy to solve this by getting in a room and letting them ask you questions, letting the saints ask them questions, and saints ask you questions. It's simple. One meeting could solve all of this. Why is he avoiding that meeting? And you got this numbnut wizard called Corey Phillips. Elder Becker told me about how he came down there in December of 2024, trying to literally convince the people that Dow doesn't qualify for Matthew 18 because of the position that he's in. But he was the same one that wanted to kick against me when I told him initially Dow is trying to front and act like he's a king. He's making decrees. He's acting in a position that he does not have the authority to act in. And you numbnuts are letting him. But then he comes in December of 2024 and try to convince all the leaders that Dow is not have to subject himself to Matthew 18. Jesus didn't get out of that facing the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the people. Moses didn't get out of it, but Dow can. Y'all are special kind of stupid. Y'all are special kind of stupid. Y'all really are. And y'all gonna go to hell with gasoline draws on. This is highly offensive, but I'm glad I love the law. I can keep peace. I have great peace because I love his law. I'm not gonna let none of this offend me. But I still feel the hurt and the pain and the manipulation and the vexation and the toxicity y'all putting on the saints. I still feel it. Because, see, we're a tightly fit unit. We're a tightly fit body. That's what we are. You ain't in that body. I'm telling you right now, you ain't in that body. And all your little witchcraft and magical tricks and all that dumb stuff you've been doing for years, it don't work. It don't work. The people that are with you think they can benefit from you. That's all. The ones that love Yah and they hear from the Holy Spirit, they're gone. And there's going to be more to come. Let's go.
I'm right here with more facts, and you continue on. I'm actually going to get each one of these saints that have an interview themselves. You all heard the interview and the testimony of the saints of the Israelites that lived with him all those years.
Just so y'all know, he never did that. That was just smoke and mirrors. Because we'd have been able to just eat through that so fast. He never did that. I would have loved for him to interview them and let them tell y'all publicly how I oppressed them. I would have loved that. I would have ate that up. In Jesus' name. Let's go.
It's in the tabernacle. What they had to say. So why is it that people find it so hard to believe what the eyewitnesses, the ones who lived up under that tyranny, what they had to say?
They find it hard because they know they've been manipulated by you. These people came to Georgia. Yo, you're just not a wise man, Dow. I thought you were one time, but you're really stupid. You're a really stupid, ignorant man and very prideful. The reason people had a hard time believing it because it didn't match. It didn't make sense. The accusations that came from you and the manipulation of those saints down there, it didn't make sense. This is why Jordan came to Mike and said, tell me 5 things that was oppressive on your community. Because I don't know this of Pastor Rufus. I've never heard this about Straightway, Georgia. Tell me 5 things. And he walked away laughing, saying, man, I would have loved to have been down there with Pastor Rufus. That don't sound like oppression to me. And it's way better being down there in Georgia than it is up here in Wisconsin. And guess what? This is why they got away from that community stuff, y'all. This is why Dow, and throughout this 2 years, he just got away from it. You know why? Because all these other communities realized they were oppressed. They realized it. They realized they were oppressed. And Georgia was the only community that was really running free. Now, Michigan was free. There's some other small ones like that. But I'm saying the majority of these communities, they realize they're oppressed. They're oppressed up under Steve and Ron. They're oppressed under Rasan. They're oppressed up under Kabir. They're oppressed up under Daniel Mir. They're definitely oppressed up under Dow. See, these people started to realize we are oppressed. The people in Georgia are the actual ones that are free. And then they had to hear about me wanting to put land in the name of the saints. See, that's the real reason Dow, again, that back what George said, the control. Dow wasn't going to have that. Because if I would have been able to do that and get that accomplished in straight way, it would have put pressure on every single leader there to put land in the name of the saints. He couldn't have that. That put Operation Get Pastor the hell up out of here. That put that in overdrive. Mir didn't want it because he wants to control all that land there. Corey didn't want it. Corey don't get to control his land though because his land is borrowed land. He had to borrow money from Kabir to even do what he did. And I know that ain't paid back yet. I know it ain't. So he's controlled by Kabir, which you understand Kabir is Dow's girlfriend. So Dow is actually controlling all of that. Dow is going to realize that's going to be the downfall for him. Wanting to control everything, that's going to really hurt moving forward, sir. That's going to really hurt. That's going to really hurt you.
But then all of a sudden he gets out here and acts like, we're going to go up to Mount Congo. Well, we're not Mount Congo. We're going to go and we're going to get face to face. It ain't going to be about no fighting. We're going to let law. We're going to let Yah. Okay, so where's that place going to be determined? Who's going to determine where that place is? Who's going to do the TDL? Because if you say one damn thing, I damn sure ain't agree with it. Now, let me end this video on this.
Y'all see the way he gives himself out, y'all? The TDL is time, date, location. I've been saying that to them for over 2 years. I'll meet with any of them. Time, date, location. You know, I've never once got a time, a date, nor a location. And I'm letting them control it. I don't have to control it. You tell me that I'm looking at you now. I see the fear in your eyes right now, looking out the window. I'm still with it. You tell me a time, a date, and a location and show up if you're any kind of man. And watch me be there. Watch me be there. Bring all your security guards. Bring all your whatever. Bring whoever you want to bring down. I want to test your boast. You say you're the man of Yah. You say you got all the fruit. You say I'm not on your level. Why are you running from me then? If I am not on your level when it comes to anointing, why are you running from me? All it takes is one meeting, Dow, to prove it. And I ain't pulling no story out of my butt. It comes straight from that law, baby. What y'all say I'm in Goshen? The law, baby. That's all what's up. You show up too, Mir. You show up too, wicked Robert Mathis. Any of you leaders that have stayed there, y'all all wicked. Show up. Show up. Let's see what the truth is. Let's see. Let's see whose side y'all on. If y'all believe y'all the anointed ministry of Straightway, the truth, Straightway Truth Ministries, show up. Man, ignore him. The lions don't concern themselves with dog. Well, it's better to be a live dog than a dead lion. And that's exactly what you fools will be.
Let me tell y'all something. There's something wrong whenever a human being is alive on this earth and you speak so boldly that you don't have no fear of going to hell. I'm sorry, I do. Every man and woman should have a fear of hell. When you listen to what Yahshua said about hell, you should have an extreme fear of going to hell, saved or not. You should have an extreme fear of eternal torment. If I'm in this, if I'm that, all it is just something to pull on your emotional strings. Because anybody that's in hell, they wouldn't be saying that. Right now, they would be wishing that they could get out. One man wished that he could have just one drop out of a cup of water from the tip of somebody's finger on his tongue. All that is just a ploy. I'm trying to show you how sincere I am. I'm going to show you how sincere I am.
I'm extremely sincere, and I meant exactly what I said. And it has absolutely nothing to do with having a fear of hell. I have a fear of Yah. I have a fear of Yah, the one that can put me in hell, the one that can grant me everlasting life and give me this salvation that I'm going to endure to the end to receive. That's nothing to do about fearing hell. You should fear Yah and keep his commandments, something you know nothing about. Now, for you new and you don't know this part of the story, I'll give it to you real quick. I said in one of my videos that if I am every single thing that Dal is accusing me of, and I am the Diablo, and I am the troubler of Israel, and I'm the one out here deceiving all these people, I wanted Yah to reveal it and put me in hell so that he could spare the saints. See, it's not all about not having a fear of hell. I love the saints that much that if I'm fooled and I'm deceived, I'm the deceiver, right? If that is me, I would rather y'all take me out now so the saints will be free from me. He thinks that's a stupid statement. I mean every single thing I just said. When I first said it, I didn't stutter, and I'm not stuttering now. If I'm going to be the ruin of Israel, I would rather go to hell now. Don't have me out here deceiving myself and deceiving all these saints and deceiving all these people for 40, 50, 60, 70 years just to blow hell wide open. Send me there now. And it ain't that I'm afraid of hell. I'm not afraid of hell. I'm afraid of Yah. I don't want to toy with Yah's people. See, we're going to all be judged by our intent. And it ain't no ploy on my end, ain't no manipulation on my end. I would much rather be gone. I would much rather be gone if I am that deceiver. If I am the one out here manipulating behind the scenes, lying to the people, being a hypocrite, all this stuff, I would rather be gone. So then the saints will be free, right? They will be free. Problem is, y'all still got me here. And he's still inspiring me to do these videos, exposing the wickedness in this dog. Because he is that person. He is that. That's why he's from, oh, I'm afraid of hell. Yeah, you should be. Because you got a one-way ticket with gasoline draws on. And you know it. You know it. But you can't let the people know that. You got to keep them bamboozled. You got to keep this cloak of maliciousness over them. But see, that veil been ripped. That cloak's been removed. And you know it. This is why we're going back and visiting this. And this is why I'm titling the way I am. This didn't age well for you, sir. Not after all this information that Elder Becker and Brett and JC talking and all these people that Brother Rich and oh boy, the behind the scenes stuff I hear from all these other saints that used to live there on that. Like, man, you have been totally exposed. You look really stupid in this video. Because now the people know the truth. And even more are going to know the truth when they think about, well, man, straightway sound good. Let me see. Then they're going to see these types of videos by me, Jordan Warshe, Elder Becker, people like that, Brother Rich. They're going to see these videos. They're going to be like, oh, no. Them people live with that. They were around, man. They was in that ministry for decades. And they left. And all this man could do was insult them and talk about their weight and call them effeminate and say they need to brush their teeth and they need to comb their hair and all this carnal stuff. I would love to be face to face and hear you say that, Dal. I would love to be in your face like a man and you say to me, lose some weight, fatty. I've done it before. Yeah, with your bodyguards right there. Yeah, you did. See, when you in a controlled environment where you know ain't nobody gonna swing on you, you'll say whatever because you protected, just like you a keyboard ninja now. You'll say whatever behind this camera, but you ain't gonna do it face to face, you chicken. You ain't gonna do it. I've been waiting for these days. Let's go.
And I live my life in such a manner, in such a way so that I don't go to hell.
You a lie.
And I'm not going to sit up there and say, if I'm wrong, I want to go to hell. No. And Yah is not going to come down and tell you that you need to repent to someone. That ain't the way the book works. The book says if you...
We didn't expect Yah to come down and tell you to repent. It's been dozens of us that has asked you to repent. So we didn't expect Yah to come down and tell you to repent. We've told you your sin. We've put it out there. We put names on it. We put receipts with it. And you see the evidence of it because 70% of your ministry's gone. You just stubborn. You stiff-necked, just like the book says. And you full of Leviathan and you full of Jezebel. Let's go.
You trespass against your brother, you go to him and him alone. You don't need no revelation from y'all. You just need to.
Why didn't you come to me then? You trespassed against me. You had an offense against me. Elder Becker told me that. JC put it out there. Brett told me all of that. Others have come to me and told me behind the scenes that you did go to them and tell them, I'm going to get that spirit on Pastor Rufus. I'm going to base him. I'm going to destroy him in front of all the leaders. They all told me, sir. They all told me. But I started this, right? I'm the one thinking, I got a brother here. I just gave this brother a daughter that lived in my house who he had devastated 4 years before that. I'm thinking I got a brother. Until this brother realized he couldn't control me. He was totally offended when I told him he was ignorant, stupid, and dumb for suggesting I take all of those trusses down. And I told him that ain't gonna happen. Boy, he didn't like that. So instead of swallowing his pride and saying, well, let that man build the way he want to build. That's a mistake he gonna make, let him make it. It's on him. He gets in his feelings and starts to sabotage me. You talking about a coup. You talking about some manipulation behind the scenes. This man's whole goal was to destroy me because he knew he couldn't control me. So his whole thing was, I'm going to buck break this nigga in front of all the people, in front of all the leaders. Because if I buck break him, when everybody in this room knows, in their mind, he's second in command. That's what they think, that he's second in power. I'm going to show them he's nothing. And then once I buck break him, none of these other people will ever think to talk to me the way he talked to me. But guess what? Chris didn't buy it. Bell didn't buy it. Becker didn't buy it. Elder Donnie, Elder Ezekiel didn't buy it. Elder Brent didn't buy it. Elder Mitchell didn't buy it. Deacon Josh didn't buy it. I mean, all these leaders that done left. All of them. They ain't buy it. Yo, dumbass.
Experience the book. Do the book. Y'all ain't gonna come and tell. Y'all ain't doing all that talking today. He is not doing all that talking today.
He's still talking.
And no, these men were not Israel until they came to Straightway because they had no idea who they were.
That is one of the biggest lies this man has ever told. How is it that we not Israel when men like myself, Elder Brent, people like this, right? We came already being in the faith, meaning keeping the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, keeping the feast. We were doing all this stuff. So how are we not in the faith? See, it's all about him. He's offended that we didn't come because of his voice. The Most High spoke to us personally. We didn't need him to keep the commandments. Ask thou, was I keeping the commandments when he met me? Ask him, was I keeping the feast days when he met me? Y'all can go back on my Facebook. You don't even got to ask thou. Go back to my Facebook and look what I was doing in 2011, 2010, 2009. Go look. I was already doing this stuff. So you didn't introduce me and none of these brothers to the faith. Elder Becker, they was already doing that stuff. They was searching out R.G. Stair. Becker was already keeping the commandments and the feast day. Bell was doing on all them people. Brother Rich, all them was listening to R.G. Stair. Not you. They heard R.G. Stair on shortwave radio. Not you, Dow. But you offended that we don't give you credit. We didn't hear your voice, sir. We thought you were doing a good work for the people, so we wanted to assist you and join you in that. The arrogancy of this dude, man. Boy, you got a special hell you going to.
Were lost. Period, point blank. And then in the angles of time, y'all let them know that they were Israel when they heard this voice right here. That's a fact. That's
Told y'all he wanted credit.
Glory to the King. So, hey, all this stuff,
That's that Jezebel spirit right there, really, y'all. Y'all would think it's Leviathan pride, but that's really Jezebel. Jezebel's that one that's a narcissist that want to take control of everything and want to be acknowledged for everything. That's Jezebel speaking. Let's go.
Ain't scared to go to hell. I'll go to hell. No, you ain't gonna never hear Pastor down here in the Israelites because we know y'all are serious about his eternal judgment. I'm not toying around or playing around with him. And out of your own mouth and by your own words are you justified, and by your own words you are condemned. So if you want the ceasefire, I agree with you. And if you can't ceasefire, I agree with meeting you. I definitely agree with meeting you.
Well, we found that is a false statement. That's a lie, like everything else you said. Because I didn't cease fire, because I heard you still over there talking shit on Patreon. So I never ceased fire. I kept revealing this truth, slowly but surely letting it out. And you never once agreed to meet me, you dog. You big fat-nosed dog. Damn leprosy, disease, head having nigga. I just threw that in for fun, y'all. See, Dow's the one that really got all the insults. He will just spin a video entertaining himself. He will. He will literally get chuckled from all the insults and jokes he throws at the people that is telling the truth about him. All that is to just deflect, though, y'all. It's just to distract you from listening to what the real truth is. That's all it is. No, you're a liar, Dow. You've never once agreed to meet me, and I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Oh, I'm very patient. I'll be patient. Your day coming, I guarantee it.
I promise, and you know that to be true. And anybody else who knows me, you know that to be true.
Why has it happened then, Dow? If we know you so well, why hasn't it happened? I know you. I told the people you're a chicken and you'll never agree. And 2+ years later, you ain't never agreed to be in the same place with me. You could get a message to me right now and tell me to meet you somewhere in your backyard and give me 4 hours to get there. I would do it. I would do it. By myself. What you say? Jump in my little pickup truck. You will never do it because you a chicken. You could privately get it to me. You think I'm going to tell somebody about that? No, I'm going to let them see the results of that. They'll see the results of that. I ain't going to tell nobody. I'm showing up. And I don't care who you got there. I don't care. I don't care. Test that boast, Dow. Time, date, location. You determine it. And I will be there. I already tell you what's going to happen. He's done it many, many times. In this next video, he's going to be all us lions don't concern ourselves with dogs. And he this and he going to do all this stuff to distract y'all. But he's never going to deal with these promises that he's been breaking to the people for over 2 years. Y'all know me. No, we found out who you really were. We thought we knew you. Now we do. And it's sad. It's really sad. We're almost done, y'all.
So if you're going to cease fire and you calling for restoration, then guess what? Do what you say you're going to do. Shut your mouth. Stop making the videos. Stop slandering. Stop lying. Stop defaming. And guess what? I will not make no more videos or even mention your name.
I stopped making videos for at least 6 months, y'all. That's what Jordan was talking about. This man is a liar. And everybody that's down with him is liars. Randy's and all these, they're all liars, y'all. They're all liars. They're going to have their place. Let's go.
Again in this earth. Because it's soon to perish anyway. All right, well, I'm back home. So let's go ahead and close this out and make this the end, okay? The end, hopefully. Now, I want everybody to comprehend and understand something. You can't continue to keep poking someone like Rufus has and then not expect for retaliation. He continues to keep saying he wants peace, but then he starts poking. Go out making more videos.
That's true, because he's been poking at me. And I have retaliated in the name of Jesus. That's true.
More interviews. That's the end of it. If it's going to be the end of it, let it be the end of it. Now, if you want peace, stop poking. Stop prodding. I mean, I don't know if it's schizophrenia. I don't know what the hell's going on. Something's going on. Something's really off up here. And poor Craigo, man, he looks like death on a stick, don't it?
I know you not talking, dog, with your disease-infested leprous syphilis having head. Dog, you look so bad, bro. Now, I know you do a lot to put your appearance out there and make yourself look a certain way, but everybody can see that you are more than more than spiritually sick. You're naturally sick, bro. We can see it. If not, show the people your head then, now. Quit making the videos with the hat. See, I can take my hat off. Ain't no bald spot on my head, nowhere. I ain't even done none of my hair. It just naturally curly. It just naturally curl up like that. Yeah, I got a head full. Wear leprosy on my forehead. This is why you wear these hats, Dow. Because you're trying to hide the disease that you know you've been stricken with. You talk about all these miracles and signs and wonders. Lay hands on your head You wanted the nerve to talk about Elder Brent. The nerve to talk about me. Man, lay hands on your head. That's what you need to do. But you such a whoremonger, it ain't gonna work. That's why a worse thing has come on you. And we've done the research. The brothers out here, Daniel and them and all them, they've done the research. It makes sense for you to be as schizophrenic as you is with the syphilis eating away at your brain. We get it. Modern day leprosy. Let's go. Y'all done mark you.
But anyway, hey, last thing is, or out of other last things and the last things I said, because there's so much is going on in the manipulation process of this, who is this Israel that needs to be restored? Because you are the shortest tenured so-called.
Now, check that out. I have to say something about this, and we almost done. It's like 2 minutes ago in this video. He's back on who needs to be restored. Remember, when I start telling people in the beginning, I'm about restoration. I said that in the first video. He's bothered by this because in his mind, he don't believe these people are going to leave. He don't. And at this point, not a ton of people had left at that point. So he's saying, how are you calling for restoration and you've only been a pastor so long? I've been telling all the saints that were around me there Straightway and been knowing me for decades. I didn't start serving the people when I met Straightway. I've been serving the people for decades before Dow. Decades before him, y'all. And I tell the people all the time, I've been knowing who I am. I've been knowing who I am. Titles are irrelevant to me. It's the love of the brethren. See, it's these two things that all the laws hang on. They don't have the fear of Yah. And I didn't mean to put the middle finger up, y'all. Forgive me for that. And they definitely don't love their brethren. They will tell you they do, but that's a lie. They'll claim they love Yah, but they can't show no love to their brethren. If they love their brethren, when these people decide to leave, they will do whatever they can to help them. Same stuff we did. Now, I can't say every separation of a community is good. Because there is people that try to manipulate and do certain things and all that. But it ain't been like this. It ain't been like this. It ain't nobody that ever left Georgia that I couldn't talk to right now. Now, I can't say everybody left with the greatest of spirits. Because it's separation. I mean, separation ain't good. We wasn't designed to be separated. But hidden bitterness and anger? Nope. But this man is saying, what is restoration? Well, I bet I guarantee everybody see what the restoration I'm talking about now. Look at the divide. Look at the division that's caused by one man's offense right here. Now everybody sees what I meant 2+ years ago when I said Israel needs to be restored. And I'm still saying it. And guess what? I'm still doing it. By the leading of the Most High Yah and being led of his Holy Spirit. I'm still helping restore Israel. All the people that they kick out and that they leave with nothing, any of them that humble themselves and call us, guess what? We are doing everything in our power to help them. If it comes to giving them finances, money to move, if it comes to giving them a place to stay, if it comes to getting them vehicles, if it comes to getting them medical treatment, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm using every resource the Most High has put in my power to still help these people. What's Dow doing for them? Besides bad mouthing them, insulting them, and joking about everybody that left. Tell Dow to make a video about anybody that has been with the tenure at Straightway. Let's just say they were part of Straightway for 5 years minimum, right? 5 years. Anybody that was ever there for 5 years and decided to leave your ministry, that you have something good to say about them. And I'm not talking about friends of the ministry. I'm not talking about guys like J. Snip 4 and Pastor Fox and all of them. These were just friends, and they were never part of Straightway. They just was friends in the ministry. All right? Who was a part of Dow's ministry for 5 or more years that you can have something good to say about them? See, I actually ain't got nothing negative to say about none of the people. It really wasn't many that left Straightway, Georgia. Not at all. I can count on a few fingers. But I ain't got nothing negative to say about them. The Rons, the Mitches, the Sophias, and I ain't got nothing negative to say about them. Nothing. Shoot, think about it. I ain't even got nothing negative to say about Jamie. He really didn't live down there, but I ain't got nothing negative to say about him. Look at his face, y'all. He's concerned about this restoration because he's like, what is this man talking about? He don't even realize the division he's about to cause. Let's go.
Pastor that's ever been in this ministry. 5 months. You made it 5 months as a pastor. And you are a pastor without a flock. You have no sheep to shepherd. So who is this Israel that need to be restored? All of Israel, all of called Israel in the world definitely needs to be restored. But who in the world are you talking about? This Israel. I mean, because you don't have a flock. You don't have any. So maybe if we're going to go to Mount Carmel or wherever it is, maybe we need to go ahead and go up to that mountain in Morganton, Georgia. Yeah, on Lance Road, maybe we...
So what he wanted to do here, y'all, is this is why he came back and added this to the end. Because he got his crack team trying to locate me. Now, again, I'm gone. Why do you care where I stay? But you notice he put out here in this video where I'm living at the time. Now, before that, he had told people that I'm living in Texas on my mother-in-law's property, which was just a ridiculous assumption because I ain't never lived on none of my mother-in-law's properties ever. I went down there to handle her affairs before she passed away, but I never lived on any of their properties ever. Ever. But that's what he told everybody. Then he found out, no, he's not living there because I did a video and people saying, why is this man saying you live in Texas? It's clear those mountains behind you are not in Texas. Texas don't have mountains like that. So then he got his crack people to do some research and this and that and found out I was living in Morganton, Georgia. So he just wanted everybody to know that I know where Rufus is now. Why do you care? Let's go.
We need to go there. We need to go in Morganton, Georgia, up there on top of that mountain up there and meet there. And let's just see what y'all says. But you know what?
Here's a story, Dow. Here's a story. Since you knew I was in Morganton, you know where I'm at now. How about you come here and meet me here now? Here's an invitation. Come to Springville, Alabama. You already know the address. You have an open invitation, sir. You don't even have to call before you come. How about that? You don't have to call before you come. You have an open invitation to come here. Since you're talking that junk on this, maybe we need to go up there on the mountain. You ain't going nowhere, you chicken. I'm in Springville, Alabama. You know exactly where I'm at. You have an open invitation. You and your paying puppets, y'all can come anytime. I welcome you. This is it, y'all. It's hot air.
Again, you stop the foolishness. You stop the accusing. Stop putting forth the finger. Stop slandering. Stop falsifying information. Stop lying. And all this old other stuff, it all goes away. Could have all went away a long, long time ago, but you simply can't stop. You're driven. But we'll see.
I'm definitely driven by truth. And it could have went away a long time ago. I told y'all the answer to that in the middle of this. The answer to go away is you follow the book. And you put you with your punk ass, me, and all the saints in one room before Yah. That's the answer. And that ain't pulling crazy stuff out my butt. That's what the book tells us to do. You supposed to be so anointed. How do you not understand that, Dow? You do. You understand it. You think you're above the book, though. That's why you got Pastor Corey, or not Pastor, you got Corey Phillips up there to try to convince these leaders that you ain't subject to it. That fool think you're a king, too. You ain't no king, Dow. You ain't no king. You actually a little small male. That's it. Ain't nothing manly about you. It's all a facade. And we can see it. You are the chickenest, cowardest person I have ever met in my life. Man, I corner you. You probably try to take your own life just so I can beat the crap out of you. That's how chicken you are, bro. It's sad. 2 years of this? I thought you loved the saints. Do it for the saints then. How about this, Dow? Ask the saints if they want it. Don't go ask your family and the people that you intimidate. Because if saints care about any level of truth, they would want this meeting. They all have been clamoring. Now you done cut off communication from the people that's around you, and you don't even want to hear from them no more. Because so many people are questioning you. You opened the door. Let them get restored. Let them get this vexation off of them. Let's remove the toxicity. And if it's me, let's see. Since you're so anointed, don't forget, I'm not on your level. I'm a 5-month pastor. I was only a pastor for 5 months. What you afraid of, Dow? What you afraid? Did I take the glass off? What you afraid of, sir? What you afraid of? We already know. You're afraid of the Most High sending you to hell. You're afraid of the Most High doing something new to you. I'm not afraid of that. I ain't afraid of that at all. I don't think Moses was afraid. Moses was grieved. This is why everybody that's been around me knows. I've been telling them for months, 6, 7, 8, 10 months. The word that's in my spirit is sad. This thing is grieving to me. That y'all can parade yourselves around here with all these lies and hypocrisy and manipulation and lying and stealing and cheating and defrauding the people. And then still trying to portray yourself like y'all some men of y'all. Y'all out here assaulting and beating on children and doing all this crazy stuff. And still trying to act like y'all love y'all. There's no love in none of y'all. None of y'all. No compassion at all. It's really sad. You're sad.
We'll see. We will see.
We have seen.
The only time y'all will ever hear Pastor Dow say anything about this Rufus Carswell is if he says something again. But I did.
Y'all know that's a lie. How many of y'all can testify? Put your hands up in the comment section, the chat room or whatever, if you know that is a lie. Because like I said, I just recently went 6 months without making nothing about this man. Didn't say a word about him. And he kept poking and poking and poking and poking. And people start saying, damn, you on vacation. Every video you do, you got to mention this man. Why? He ain't thinking about you no more. He ain't making no more videos. Why are you still talking about him? And then when the Most High told him to come back, he was so happy. He happy now. He going to be happy to see this. He going to be happy to see this. He's going to go into the deeper levels of manipulation and witchcraft to see what he can come. But what he's baffled by is all the witchcraft that he knows hasn't been able to get rid of me. See, other folk go away. He wears them out. Ain't that what the devil do? Try to wear out the patience of the saints? He been able to do that with a lot of folk. He ain't going to do it with me. I don't care if everybody go away. I'm going to be here doing what the Most High leads and guides me to do when it comes to you until every single saint is free from your tyranny. You heard what I said. Every single saint. I'm going to keep coming until they're all free. Yep, because see who the Son sets free is free indeed.
Teach you all something. When somebody's attacking you as an Israelite, you fight back. You continue to keep fighting back. I know now the rest of you Israelites, if you can't take it and it's wearing you down, then don't watch it. Save yourself. Because war's not for everybody. It's just simply not fair. It's not for the faint-hearted. But don't go up there and tank and immerse yourself up on something that you know your spirit can't handle. Keep your peace and let the men fight it out. That's just the way it should be. But other than that, we're going on to Pentecost. Hallelujah. Because a lot of Yah's sheep, a lot of Israelites, that this shepherd right here is concerned for the flock. And we ain't stopped at all in serving Yah. And we definitely ain't stopped building and doing what we supposed to do. I don't know what this, we need to get back. We ain't never left. So we here. So let's just see if he takes this up. Let's just see if he's a man of his word. Let's just see. Now, my Patreon platform, hey, I was private. I'll leave it private. I'll say whatever the hell I want. As long as it's edifying.
There it is, y'all. Remember I told you at the beginning. I didn't know it was going to come in the last 5 seconds of the video. But remember I told you. That's his out right there. And guess what he did? He just did that. He went over to Patreon because we stopped for a hot second. He went over to Patreon and started bashing me. So he told you what he was going to do. I can go over there and say what I want to say. No, I said stop it. That's still a platform. It may be private, but it's still a public platform. And you went over there talking to me, talking about me to your paying puppets. And that's why I didn't stop. That's it for the video, y'all. I hope that this can bring about some level of peace, some level of understanding. I hope that this can help get some of the vexation off some of y'all seeing the level of manipulation you've been under for the last few years. It's just been what it's been. I thought it would be good for us to go back and revisit this. I would love for him to go back and revisit and bring out receipts. Show one of my videos and then show receipts where I lied. I would love that, just like I just did here. I would love that. And see, I don't even have to bring the receipts. You got all the people that you thought you had in your corner that have left you now. They're bringing out the receipts against you with the private See, he never thought these private conversations he had with all those men on the land down there, he never thought those would ever get public. He didn't know that I knew those conversations when all this went down. I already knew all that. I didn't know how long it was going to take to come out, but I knew it then. So now what do? Because they're gone, now you want to try to land base and lie and destroy their character too. Because everybody's going to tell the truth about you. You are the only person in the world that has never committed a sin, have never done anything wrong, and has never repented to anything. If you have, tell us exactly what you have done, Dow. Because I do stuff wrong all the time. But you go to, and then you're going to deflect. But you'll never tell everybody what you do wrong and what you repented for. See, it's easy. Remember I said, I did Jamie wrong. I should not have listened to you when Jamie was leaving the faith or leaving the community, right? And he was going back to Michigan and he asked me for finances to help him. I should have gave him what I had. I listened to you when I was wrong. I repented to Jamie for that. But then guess what else I did? I made restitution. Because I know at the time, I'm saying 3, 4, 5. It definitely wouldn't have been more than $500. I know that. Because we just didn't have it to give. That would have been a max I could have gave him to help him. Well, guess what? I sent him $1,600. That's 3 times of what I would have been able to give him back then. And he didn't ask for a specific amount to my knowledge. He just said, help me, whatever you could help with. But see, true repentance, I felt led to do that. Wasn't trying to buy his loyalty. I don't care if Jamie loves me or not. That's on him. I know this. I ain't never done nothing to Jamie. He could be offended at me all day, every day. I've never done nothing to him. I didn't sow bad seed. I wasn't the one sneaking up to the tabernacle having private conversations with his wife. That wasn't me. That was you, Dow. That wasn't me. That was you. I wasn't the one sabotaging everything going on with him and telling the people on the land not to listen to him and bad-mouthing him to all the saints. That wasn't me. That was you. Jamie didn't leave the faith. He didn't leave straightway because of what I personally did to him. He did it because of what you did to him, Dow. So Jamie can be mad at me all he wants. He knows deep down inside, I haven't done anything to him. He's just mad because I won't get into the mudslinging like you do. Problem you got is you got nothing on me privately because I never came to you for counsel one time. I never came to you for counsel. You ain't never instructed me and my family or nothing. I'm the one you came to for that. Remember that. Remember that. Well, Saints, I hope this is edifying. I said it wasn't going to go that long. It went longer than I thought. It went 2.5 hours. I thought it was going to go about an hour and a half. I'm going to shut this thing down. You guys get to see, though. Y'all get to see. 2 years removed. All the lies, all the manipulation, all the grandstanding. And guess what? He's still acting like this today. Even with all this information out here, he's still acting like this. Boy, it's a special kind of hell for that dude. Shalom, 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 Saints.